the magic this Christmas season with Virginia.
So don't you ever think y'all gon' let me down. Woo! Swear right now I'm ready to fight. Everything, everything. Tell them I'm ready for anything. Everything, everything. I swear I'm ready for anything. Bring it on, it's not enough. Baby, I'm ready for everything. Everything, everything. Tell them I'm ready for anything.
Bring back the magic this Christmas season with Virginia. So don't you ever think y'all gon' let me down. Woo! Swear right now I'm ready to fight. Everything, everything. Tell them I'm ready for anything. Everything, everything. I swear I'm ready for anything. Bring it on, it's not enough. Baby, I'm ready for everything. Everything, everything. Tell them I'm ready for anything.
the magic this Christmas season with Virginia.
So don't you ever think God gon' let me down. Woo! Swear right now I'm ready to fight. Everything, everything. Tell them I'm ready for anything. Everything, everything. I swear I'm ready for anything. Bring it on, it's not enough. Baby, I'm ready for everything. Everything, everything. Tell them I'm ready for anything.
Bring back the magic this Christmas season with Virginia. So don't you ever think God gon' let me down. Woo! Swear right now I'm ready to fight. Everything, everything. Tell them I'm ready for anything. Everything, everything. I swear I'm ready for anything. Bring it on, it's not enough. Baby, I'm ready for everything. Everything, everything. Tell them I'm ready for anything.
back the magic this Christmas season with Virginia.
So don't you ever think God gon' let me down. Woo! Swear right now I'm ready to fight. Everything, everything. Tell them I'm ready for anything. Everything, everything. I swear I'm ready for anything. Bring it on, it's not enough. Baby, I'm ready for everything. Everything, everything. Tell them I'm ready for anything.
Bring back the magic this Christmas season with Virginia.
What is up, CEL fans? Welcome to the long-awaited CEL Campus Clash, where the top-tier university teams in Luzon face off against undefeated teams in Visayas. It's your boy, the trash you love and admire, Dumpster Fire here. Joining me this fine afternoon is none other than
your host with the most, Mr. One Hit Makeo na Oko. Everybody, thank you so much for having me. Of course, Dumpster Fire, my partner, is here as
That's
well,
true.
getting ready for us to accept the blessing of Campus Clash, bro. Like really,
Unbelievable.
this
I
tournament is
cannot
unbelievable, right?
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
like
true. So,
schools from all around the school just competing to get, just honestly really having a fun time here.
that's true. I cannot wait. So, for our viewers right now, game one, we will be having the distinguished DLSU Viridis Arcus Esports going up against the team with a second place finish at CEL MLBB Season 1, University of San Carlos. For game two, who do we have to wait for that?
Now for game two, Dumpster Fire, we have the first place for the CEL Mobile Legends Tournament Season 1, UCLM versus FIT. It's going to be a great match. Both matches are going to be amazing. These players are none of the best of both Luzon
Indeed.
and Visayas. Can't wait to see what will happen next.
That's right. A bunch of great matches we have upcoming right now, indeed, Ocon. So I can't believe that we actually finally have a place where Luzon teams can go up against Visayas teams. This is something that we as Filipinos love, right? Our competitive spirit, and for it to happen in esports finally, especially in this Mobile Legends CEL Campus Clash. But none of this would have happened without any of our sponsors, right? First off, we have Virginia Foods Incorporated. Yum yum, by the way.
Yum
Amazing.
yum,
Thank you
best
for
hot
the
dog.
sponsorship. That's right. And
We
next up,
also
we
have
have
Cebu Esports Arena. Thank you so much for bringing us
unbelievable. That's
this
right.
event. And of course, for the last dumpster fire,
Up. None other than Fervor Media. Shout out kay Direct Darwin Castro, guys. So, check out their Facebook page, that is Fervor Media, and hit them up for all your broadcasting and media production needs today. So, once again, without our sponsors, our lovely sponsors, none of this would have ever been possible. So, thank you, sponsors, and we can't wait for the battles that we have going this afternoon. So, are you ready, Dakin, for this afternoon? Are you ready for the fights
I'm
we're gonna have
ready.
in the
I'm
land
ready.
of the
I'm
dawn?
ready.
Oh
Like
yeah, no, that's right, and I'm sure our
the
viewers are
land
ready
of
as well.
dawn. Right. So before we get into the heat of the battle, though, Dumpster Fire, in the land of dawn,
Mhm.
as you have just said, CEL has given us the opportunity to interview not just one representative, but both representatives for match one. One from
That's
DSLU
right.
and one from USC, who are facing off against each other for the first match of the CEL Campus Clash. Can we have him here today?
All right, let's jump right into our kamustahan session. All right. So when
Who
we
do we
do
have?
get towards these teams, we have the team representatives from DLSU and USC, right? So as
Right.
a nationally ready team, of course, right? DLSU, one of the more awaited teams, will have to talk about their advantage coming into this game. So to introduce
Here they
the
are.
players we have here, I guess there you go. What's up, guys? So on the lower left side of your screens, representing DLSU's Viridis Arcus Esports, we have Vey. How are you doing, Vey?
I'm doing. Thank you.
All right,
And
that's
of
great.
course, for our bottom right, we can't forget the representative from USC Esports team. We have Lucy. What's up, Lucy? How's it going, man?
Hey guys, I'm doing good as
All
well.
right. All right,
Deuces.
that's amazing. That's amazing. I love this. I love having the two teams finally be able to talk to each other. So, the first question we have to ask you guys, I'm sure our viewers are really waiting to know your thoughts, of course, right? Is ano yung initial reaction nyo, right? After being invited to the CEL campus class. This is more so of a question to our Luzon representatives here, right? The LSU. So, were there any feelings of excitement? But let's start with Vey. Right? Like, so, sobra naman sa kaba siguro, no? Like, di ka naman kinabahan, di ba? Like these teams are are already up on a competitive nature. So tell us, what did you guys feel? No, first reaction nyo after being invited to the campus class?
Siguro po isa pong karangalan na ma-invite kami sa CESAFI League kasi di po namin in-expect na makakalaro po kami dito competing with different regions. So I'm excited.
All right, thank you very much. That is true. No, that's pretty much probably the central key point of this entire event, right? Different regions going up against each other. Luzon going up against Visayas. This is something that, like, surprisingly, we haven't really seen a lot of in the past years, especially when it comes to esports. No, isn't that right, Oko?
Of course. And just to ask also, to add to that, Vey and Lucy, how long have you been in esports? Or if you want to be specific, how long have you been representing your schools?
I want to hear this.
For me, I started representing this year lang po.
Right,
I'm
This
this year.
year.
freshman.
Oh,
I'm a
Wow.
freshman po.
okay.
So
Oh, we got a
Oh, you're
freshman here.
freshie and already up
Crazy.
here.
Crazy. Up
Dang.
there, up there. How about you, Lucy? How long have you been
For
in
me,
competitive
I've
esports?
started for like 2 years already in the USC. Ever since the
Two
SAFI.
years in
Oh,
USC.
Yeah.
Oh, right,
oh,
right.
that's
Ever since
great.
CESAFI. Now, for both of you, how do you think like the community has developed in terms of recognition, because I feel like we all
That's
started
true.
from like the bottom, we all
For
started from our
real.
barangay
For
tournaments,
real.
and now look at where we are, DSLU versus USC in a friendly
Yeah.
competition. How does that feel?
What's
For
up?
me, I'm pretty hyped about this Luzon versus Visayas region.
Yeah. I'm sure everyone else is. Everyone's looking forward to that. How about you, Lucy? How do you feel about Luzon
I'm really excited
finally
as
going?
well because we're fighting against DLSU, and I'm sure that they're part of the UAP, ba? Di ako sure. Like one of the big universities in Luzon. So yeah.
That's right. And there is a question of seniority and greatness, Oko. Isn't that right? So for DLSU, as what could be regarded as a national team, no? Do you guys think na you have a competitive advantage lang in terms of being able to compete nationally against our local teams here in Visayas?
Uh, I don't wanna underestimate my opponents. So, tingin po namin, pantay-pantay lang po lahat. And may mga upsets possible.
Oh, truly humble. So they're gonna bring their A game. You heard it here straight, folks. There is no mercy happening in this campus clash. How about you, Lucy? Is there any anxiety, no, or any worry at all going up against one of these national level teams?
Of course, meron talaga yung kaba kasi especially that I know one of their players, which is Jinx, and before like 4 seasons ago, siya ata yung katapat sa pagiging top Philippines Ruby dati. So yeah, good luck na lang.
All right, so we don't have that much time for the last few seconds of our Kamustahan session. We'll leave the floor to you guys to give some few shout outs to your supporters, to anybody at all. So we'll start with 30 seconds here for Vay. Just give a just give a few shout outs that you'd like to say to the stream.
Shout out to my family, to my friends, and especially to my teammates. And here, I'm with my coach here sa basketball. Detailed Academy.
Oh,
Follow them.
all right, Lucy, how are you? Any shout outs you want to give?
Shout out to the University of San Carlos, to all the supporters out there, to my family, my friends, especially school purposes. Wish us luck and hope you'll enjoy our game.
All right, you're straight, folks. These guys are gonna give us some hot Mobile Legends this afternoon. So share the stream, tell your friends. CEL Campus Clash is happening today. Thank you, both of you,
And it's hot.
and good luck to both teams.
It's hot. It's spicy. Share and like.
That is right. So coming into this game, Oko, I just can't wait. Like
Ooh.
I can't stop bringing up this Luzon versus Visayas thing that we got going on over here. This is just something
No,
that
real.
I've been looking forward to. It's like
No, that's so real. That's
it's like
real.
in international competitions, right? Like you super ready to see our nation going up against other nations. It's because there's something
Our
on the line.
nation.
It's the legacy.
It's a
There's
pride thing. It's
legacy.
a pride thing.
That's right. It's a pride thing, but all in a
Most
friendly, all in a
importantly,
friendly.
it's an esport thing. It's for
That's true.
esports to finally be at the forefront of it all. And here we
All
have
right.
Martin. You're the
All right, that's right. So for DLSU, we have Viridis, Arcus, Mobile Legends team, right? We have Neck, Clem, Aspect, Vey, and Gabo. Now, these guys are absolutely insane. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they were crowned as champions in the Alliance Games split to Mobile Legends tournament. But if we have to keep our eye on somebody here, Oko, it has to be Aspect. You've heard of Aspect, right?
aspect,
Come
right?
on,
Of course, I've heard
Aspect.
about. Everybody's
Come
heard about
on.
aspect. Come on, dude.
Yeah, if I'm not
Real
mistaken,
alliance
he
games.
was. Oh yeah. He
Yeah. In the
played
alliance
really well.
games, they were racking up numbers, absolute
For real.
numbers.
For
I think one
real.
of the games, aspect raked up a KDA of 12-9 in the entire 12-4, 12-4 in the
Oh
entire
my
series of
god.
that
And
game.
that's
Like that was
competitively. Yeah, that's
yeah
competitively
competitive.
too. And this isn't just
This is
against
against
nobody.
other
These are
pro
against.
teams.
That's
Exactly.
true. That's true. So we know that Aspect has probably been previously from Laos Playbook in season 7, if I'm not mistaken, and also played
Oh.
from Echo and Game Lab Alpha. So this is definitely a team to look at.
And next up, we have our Visayas team from the University of San Carlos, USC. We have Bravo, Lucy, God of Gods, Ying, and Gilgamesh. Of course,
All
me and
right.
Dumpster Fire have been very well acquainted with this team since we
Of
had been
course.
through with them
Of course.
with the CEL season one, and they are not to be trifled with. You know, like,
That is true.
th-
I mean,
that is
we
true.
have
That
to
is
take
true.
into
Not to be
consideration
trifled
that
with.
these guys have been undefeated going into that grand finals. Undefeated, Oko.
Right,
Unbelievable.
right, right. And now we have Lucy going up. Lucy, their Ruby, going up against the other team's Ruby, which is also his friend. Oh, this is gonna be a story to tell, Dumpster Fire. I'm telling you.
That is right. But
Grabe.
once again, a lot of doubts coming into this game, right? Because they kind of think local teams don't really stand up against chance against those people that competed at the national level. But you heard it from Vey himself earlier. Upsets happen. You do not want to underestimate what players are capable of, and that is what we are looking forward to coming into the CEL Campus Clash.
I can't wait. This is a best of three, and I hope we
It
do get
is.
to that three. I'm sure. I'm sure we'll get to that three.
We have to.
None of the
We have
teams
to.
are gonna want to get wiped. You know, like we have to. We have to at this point. Right.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
just
amazing. So
manifesting for
excited.
sure.
Yeah, for sure, for
I
sure.
mean, we
This is
have
a
to.
once in a lifetime opportunity.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
All right, way up indeed. That's right, everybody. Way up there. That is where the teams at our local level will be going up to as well. We have to look at these teams, right? USC and UCLM. These top teams in Cebu during CEL Mobile Legends Season 1, we were able to look at how well they did competitively, how well they were able to analyze the gameplay of their opponents, adjust strategy-wise as well as rotation-wise coming into the game. And I'm really excited to see how that level of competitiveness goes up against national caliber from our invited Luzon teams, of course.
Right, and of course we can't forget like the Luzon teams coming from straight up the
That's
gate
true.
with these achievements, man. Like just looking at
Mhm.
looking at Aspect himself, I'm already scared. I'm already scared,
That's
and I
true.
know
That's true.
if
He looks
Aspect's
young.
there,
He looks young.
that means that means the team on his back has to be just as good as him, and
Just
like
as good. That's
just
true.
just as good. And I can't
Like
wait
he's
for
like
that.
he may be
Arena
young. He may be
Lionsgate
young, but
champion.
he'll wreck you.
Uh, MPL Season 8, 56th place. MPL Season 7 qualifier. What is this? Like,
Oh, stop, stop! You're scaring
why
me.
is this?
You're scaring me. You're scaring me.
I'm
Like, just
scared.
chill, just chill. All right,
These are
aspect somebody
beasts
we have
in
to
the
look
court,
forward to, of course.
right?
That's
These
true,
are
but
beasts in the court, but
but we
it's
can't
really just
count them out yet, of
we can't
course.
count them out.
That's true because these guys didn't just become national level players out of nothing. They too, like our local team, started somewhere. They started at the bottom, worked their way up, and that's how they gained that caliber, of course.
All right, I can't wait for the game to begin. Dumpster fire. I wonder what
Oh,
is
that's
gonna
true.
happen. It's
I
just
mean,
one of
you
many.
have to
Just one of many.
yeah, you have to note that there are a lot of adjustments coming into coming into this game. A lot of new patches. We have the new hero, who
The
hopefully we'll
new
see a lot of
hero,
later on. We have Novaria, the super poke
the new
mage. That's
patches,
unbelievable.
the new
Yeah,
patches are gonna make the game a little bit more weird, but
that's
it's gonna
right.
be great. It's
All
gonna
right,
be
so we'll
great.
just do a quick recap, of course, of season one. Why do we have USC and UCLM representing Visayas as of the moment? Of course, we have to talk about USC's beautiful undefeated run going up to the grand finals. These guys did not drop a single series. They even go 0-1 in a best of three and just sweep the floor clean afterward. These guys are masters at adapting, being able to analyze what the enemy team has to give. What about UCLM, Daki? Tell us a little bit about them.
Oh, UCLM, I believe definitely was one of the more stronger team in Visayas. Obviously, they
Mhm.
won grand
They're the
champions in
champions.
the
Come on.
CEL season. They're the champions, dude. Like, and you really can see UCLM's consistency when they really try. You know, because like there are games that they have lost, there are games that they have won, but they are so good at adjusting. I feel like when it comes to just purely adjusting when comparing to USC. USC has been consistent all the way to the top, and UCLM had their ups and downs and really had to go through it and all of that. And we start of the game, we have
There
the
you go.
banning
And we'll
phase
jump.
up and ready again. University of San Carlos versus Viridis, Arcus,
Arcus Esports of DLSU. That's right. So on your left side of your screen, guys, that is where DLSU is. We have Vay, we have Clem, Neck, Gabo, and Wonder Boy Aspect.
And of course, on the right side, we have University of San Carlos, USC Ying, Lucy, Charles, Bravo, and Gilgamesh. We
Alright,
have
so
a
for
Joy
first-
and 1-1 ban already. I mean,
That's right. For our first series of ban, Joy 1-1. I see those banned in my ranked games, so I'm not really surprised that they're not really here
we
anymore.
see it. We see
Uh,
it. We see it.
Yeah, alright, so there's gonna be a second ban coming in from Viridis. Who do you think?
will
There you
choose
go,
my
just
own
taking
Arlo.
out the super metas. Yeah, the lack
Right,
of adjustments
Arlos.
as well in the recent patch. It has to talk about Arlot and Joy, right? These guys were absolutely insane. Obviously, always banned. They were too powerful in their kits. But coming into the recent patch, coming in with the Novaria introduction, right? There weren't really a lot of adjustments coming into these two heroes. You know who was adjusted though? Glue. They just reduced his
Yeah,
tankiness.
Glue.
I feel like they should touch
Yeah.
on Joy and Arlot definitely, because even if there is a high skill ceiling to playing people like Joy and Arlot with the limited amounts of dash that Arlot has, rounding up on his passive, you have to count for the players that are well enough, who are
Yeah.
good enough, skilled enough to use these. So adjustments
And
are
even just
definitely-
the amount of
live
players itself,
to
just
trick
putting in
the
the work to
reaper.
practice that. And speaking of the new patch, do you think Novaria will be picked or banned in today's games?
I want to see it. I want to be hopeful and see it. But
Oh!
it looks like Bavaria was already banned by the University of San Carlos. So picks already having come in here. USC will take that Franco and that Faramis instantly right off the bat. And Viridis Arcus Esports right now with the Glue, Eve, and the Beatrix.
If I remember correctly, Glue was
Still
reworked
fours,
to not
run
have
deep.
to make his tankiness a little bit less, right? But
Yeah, that's
is
true.
the
When he has
reset
a split
still there?
Oh
Is
yeah,
the-
no,
is
the
the
reset
reset
is
still
still
there?
there. So once he's able to
that-
use that split to corrupt somebody, when that person dies, the cooldown's around like 6 seconds on
Yeah.
average. Still,
That's
So
really
that's-
the problem there. Not gonna lie.
yeah. Well, we're not
It's
we're not
broke.
game developers. We ain't game developers, but in my ranked games, that's my problem. That's me. That's a personal problem for me. So y'all gotta fix that.
Real,
But we ain't here to talk
real,
about that. We're here about to
real.
see how Viridis Arcos Esports will be able to utilize that advantage. Because then again, even if Glue is able to corrupt somebody with that split takeover, right? You have to account that unless the enemy steps on his first skills, there isn't really much he can do. He just like slams him down, which I think is
Right.
goes down to the key role of being able to know how each hero works for these teams. But seeing as how these teams have made it this far, I think they kind of have that knowledge already.
They do, and they do, and without a doubt, they will make those adjustments, and they will be careful, of course. Can't
Alright,
let
so-
them out. So we already have Kufra.
Ooh,
Always love to see a
yeah.
Kufra. A Kufra
Yeah,
and
I
a
mean-
Glue together. That is a hard team.
That's right. Lucy is gonna have to be a little bit more careful because this Kofra can stop his dashes. The last pick coming inside of University of San Carlos to try and give the element of surprise now. Lapo being hovered here as of the moment. We have to talk about Aspect, the man we feared the most, now on Hayabusa.
Naya. Now on the
Oh no.
boost.
I cannot
Ooh,
wait.
look at that.
Oh,
Look at this.
Beautiful.
Ooh,
Beautiful.
man.
Eve,
I'm hyped.
Beatrix.
I'm hyped. Are you standing up? I'm standing up. Like, oh,
I'm standing up.
oh,
Oh,
oh.
it's helpful
Audience,
too.
audience, are you
Hayabusa,
looking at this?
man.
Are you looking at this? Ooh, for Ramis.
That's what happens here for USC.
Get over
Franco.
here. That's the game.
You gotta
That's
jump
the
in
game.
from Ling, Elegance, Beauty, Grace, Claude,
Oh,
already up there, and there you go. This is the final lineup coming in for both teams here. I can't wait. I'm shaking. I'm shivering right now. I cannot wait. And jumping in
and
to the round the dawn, I believe. Here we are, game one, everybody, of the CEL Campus Clash in our first series of the DLSU versus the University of San Carlos. Lack of looks, there you go, hang. There is a little bit of engagement there on the upper left side We have yet to see that aspect right now. Just chilling down as of the moment, taking this red buff. Just casual
Right.
early game stuff in the Ryoko.
We do have a lag call out here, so we
Ooh!
get that early hook in, but it doesn't get the reset, which is what was the which exactly was the purpose there. That's very
All right.
smart coming from aspect here, blocking that hook because he knows that you know the Franco is gonna reset, and he wasn't gonna let that
That's
happen.
right.
So
So there is gonna
already
be a.
that was less than a minute into a game, and we're already seeing players being at their best, knowing what to do, exactly what to do in these sorts of games.
That's
So we
right.
have a
There
pause.
already
What do you
is.
think is gonna happen in this game, Dumpster Fire?
Well, there is a technical pause. Bravo from USC stated that they have a little bit of connection issues. So as soon as that is resolved, we'll jump right back into it. But looking at the lineups coming from both teams, we have a Hayabusa, right? And we have to talk about how
Right.
Ling, as an enemy jungler, is able to go around the map as quick as that. Like in a snap, he's in one lane. In another snap, he's in another lane. As long as he has that blue buff up. But I think
Right.
Hayabusa is probably, apart from Fanny, one of the people who can combat uh, how fast he is at rotating. We all know how fast the Hayabusa is able to clear those jungle camps, clear the minion waves as well, and go for those solo kills up against every other lane, especially with his ultimate. So, coming
Solo
again,
kills
it's just
without
most.
risk.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Without risk, he's able to jump out. But that falls upon whether or not USC have the skill to be able to lock down that Hayabusa. Isn't that right?
Right. Right. And I don't doubt it. That Franco's already doing his job, roaming around,
Mm-hmm.
trying to make sure that probably trying to make sure that all of his lanes are getting as much farm as possible, while making sure that uh, aspect doesn't get any farm. But unfortunately, that that reset didn't work earlier. But there will be more to come, I'm sure. Can't
And
wait
speaking of a
for this game.
Franco, the recent adjustments to a Franco actually has been that his hook projectile speed was increased. And although that sounds like a really, really good thing for Franco users, right? You have to understand the difference in skill that you'd have to adjust because you can no longer time your
You
hooks in
flicker.
advance at the same speed.
Oh yeah,
No,
yeah.
the same speed too when you go for those advanced hooks. You have to learn and get used to because eventually when you play with the same projectile speed for so long on that hook, it just becomes instinct. It just becomes instinct where you throw that hook. But now that the placement,
That's
the
true.
projectile speed is adjusted, our Franco mains will have to adjust as well. And in a competitive level such as this, those split second or those little pixels could spell doom for any of these teams.
Right, and it's already hard enough to land the hook on Franco. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
I think you're
it's
just
hard.
talking
It's
about
hard.
yourself.
It's hard.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, no,
I
no,
don't
no,
think it's
no,
hard for
no.
them.
It's the game's fault. It's not my fault. It's the game's.
I don't think it's hard for them. I think you're just kind of trauma dumping here. I think you're just venting here.
No, no. It's the game's
You
fault.
had a
It's Franco's just way too hard to use.
well.
Yeah.
They should remove him. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So I mean, it sounds like you had some pretty bad Franco games. I don't know. I'm just
I don't even want
spitballing
to
here.
talk about it. I don't even want to talk
Oh,
about it.
my
I don't even
bad,
wanna
my
talk
bad.
about it.
But I'm sure that USC will be able to bring out the full potential of this. Are you okay? Are you okay? We'll be able
No,
to
no,
bring
no.
out the full potential of that Franco once again. But we have to look at the Claude pick coming in here as well, right? 'Cause
Right.
we all know how crazy good a Claude is. His only weaknesses, I'd like to think, are in the early games when the jungle creeps are being cleared, of course, by the by the cores. Therefore, he's not really able to use that first skill to get the max movement speed going all throughout the map. But we have to talk about his main damage, I believe, the Blazing Duet, right? That only comes
Right.
off, that only pops off when you have the right items. And in the early game, there's not really much you can do as a Claude but farm up. So it all goes down to placement as well for that Claude pick.
Right, and then we have to talk about the elephant in the room, that Hayabusa, who's not only effective enough in doing damage and clearing those jungle camps, but is fast enough to get anywhere he wants to be and have that chase down potential to just get behind that duet that Claude has and eliminate him if the Claude does not position himself well. So that is the danger that is presented by both teams. and it's up to
That's
them
true.
whether or not they'll be able to circumvent those issues.
Speaking of danger, another D word is damage. And what other MM dishes out the same amount of damage as a Beatrix? Like, let's be for real. I could be walking around half HP on my mage and I just get sniped from like a million yards away by a Beatrix, and that's just me responding. And I just go brush my teeth and I have to wait for it. And it's absolutely insane because when he's able to build that when he's able to build up to his full items, he can pretty much take anybody without physical resistance down to half HP on that sniper alone. So that's something we have to look
Yeah,
forward to, especially knowing that DLSU have the capability, have the skill to be able to bring out Bea's full potential, be able to choose which gun to use in which situations.
The way you said skill, man, this just sent shivers down my spine. Like
I mean,
I need to wear
that's what we
Kevlar
expect.
myself. I think
That's what we
I
really
need to wear
expect here.
Kevlar. I think like I
Oh
want to get
yeah,
shot
no,
by
you
no
have to look
sniper.
out for just look out for the Beatrix bullets, you know. Just gotta dodge them. Just gotta dodge them left and right. So I think it all goes down to the rotation of these two teams once again. Like any other game of Mobile Legends, it goes down to how they can respond to each other's pokes. Because even if right, one team's rotation is absolutely good, if the other team has their own separate rotation, it just goes down to which of them does it well. So it's more of like a beck and call kind of thing, as I'd like to say, in observance of most of the MLBB games I've casted. You have to respond. It's a dance. It's a dance. If your team, if the enemy team does this, you know what to do next. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And you have to predict as well the movements coming into uh, a lot of the maps. Like, oh, there's no jungler here on the blue side in the early game. He's probably in red right now, so we're gonna take this green buff. Like, I've heard these kind of comms coming in from teams, and like the amount of analysis that they do is absolutely insane. You can only hope to grasp what they're thinking until it's already
Exactly.
actually happened.
Exactly. These players are just too good. And speaking of dancing, this early game is also a dance. Like we already know that these players have a quota to accomplish by the minute, by the second. Like they have to get this many waves by that minute. They have to clear this wave, this on the nth wave, and they have to rotate, and they have to get the next red and blue buff. And it's
Yeah.
very synchronized, and it's all very choreographed so well, and it's amazing that they have to do
Yeah.
both all that planning and all that time synchronization, and then have to respond to everything else that's happening in the game. Like it's
Yeah, and this just goes on for a consecutive, on average, 20-minute game, right? Down to the very millisecond, these teams have planned everything out, and you have to talk about uh, how much time they've dedicated into understanding the game, because like it's a different game every time. Every banning
really
phase, there are different people banned, different picks, different lineups, different strategies you have going on. I know that for a fact because I got pretty much smashed by a Bane core picker. We just did not understand at all. Like, what is this? What is this? We got absolutely smashed, decimated by this Bane core. It's like, Bane core, that's not gonna work, and it did. And for teams to be able to reach a competitive level in terms of pulling out all the surprise boxes, it's definitely something that we have to look forward to. So, I'm hearing that the game has been unpaused. There you go. And we jump right
let's
back into the
go.
Ramadan. 4-0 already here.
What
On the side of
happened?
DLSU. Yeah,
What happened while we were gone, dumpster fire?
yeah. I mean, if we have to look at it at the moment, there is an engagement here. Ray and Gilgamesh just smashing each other on that middle lane. A little bit of jump here from Aspect already, and Gilgamesh 1 HP, and he's gonna go down. No ultimate needed to be popped. 5-0 now for the side of
Aspect
DLSU.
and Neck is already on 2 kills and 1 assist. They seem to have been rotating all around, trying to get those pickoffs. Neck here has has Lapu Lapu in sights. Fortunately, has the gun. This Kufra is rotating down the bot to help this Beatrix. There might be an engage coming here, Martin. Oh, and a stunning
Looking
little
bad
ulti
here
coming
for
from
Samus.
Ling.
That will be the first kill going to the University of San Carlos. There is going to be a Clem Eve ultimate there with the real world manipulation rule. Will not be able to hold down Gilgamesh any longer. He gets out to safety, and that is still going to be a 2K gold lead here for the side of DLSU. So we have to look at as a moment, and this is what I was talking about: the Blazing Duet being used instead as a clear, instead of 4 damage purposes. Lucy already dropping low. That is going to be a dead Ling with no ultimate available. Very smart pick off there from DLSU. They know that Ling used his ultimate in the bottom lane, and that is why they decided to gank him in his red buff.
Hayabusa and Glue right now is fearless right now. And they know that they have not only the resistance to survive, they also have the mobility coming from Hayabusa to escape certain situations like this. And are we gonna see a hook coming from Gilgamesh?
Ooh.
Oh, close enough,
Stop
but
it!
not
You're scaring
too
me.
close.
My bub.
Not
I
too
clenched.
close.
I clenched my teeth. Oh,
You clenched.
All right, it's gonna be a jump in here. Oh, by Bay, a pull back there by Bravo. Oh, but he pulled him to his death probably. There you go. The cooldown are being popped there as well. Is he gonna hold down? Yes, he is, and he's gone. The real manipulation already being used. Aspect on a mega kill. He's 1 HP. Is he gonna make it out? Ying will be able to take out Neck. Aspect on 1 HP. The Sparkle will smack him down, and that is going to be Ying going down as well. 2 for 1 here in favor of the DLSU Viridis Arcus team. Crazy plays here coming in from both teams. Actually,
Crazy
University of
plays.
San Carlos not backing down very, very early on. We have a turtle here that will most likely go to the side of DLSU. No contestation available here for the side of USC.
Right, and it seems like they need to have to readjust a little bit coming from USC. This Paramus has died twice. They need to be able to get a little bit more farm, especially coming from that Claude. The Claude is being left alone more or less, so I hope that there is some fruit to that labor.
That's true. I mean, what else can do? Aspect, we caught it already. Bravo will go down. That is going to be the 3rd death of this Paramus so far. And I have to tell you, as a glue player, I know for a fact that you pretty much just easily dominate lane unless you do massive amounts of damage, which Ying on that Lapu-Lapu I wouldn't believe is capable of. There's going to be a suppress here. Or there by Gilgamesh. He's doing so much damage. But Vey will not be able to fall down for the side of the University of San Carlos, and he gets out just in time. We have Lucy right now being spotted out by Clem. Aspect joining the fray as well, but Lucy will jump out. Very balanced, by the way. Ling, as a hero, you have to talk about how you are going to catch that Ling. Because the only way you really do catch him is if you guys go for an engage on your own. That is going to be in the middle turret, going down for the side of University of San Carlos. 1-1 in terms of turrets as of the moment. But the gold lead keeps getting worse here. 4K leading is Viridis Arcus Esports.
Ooh, and Claw is gonna come in with that duel.
Here,
Link's gonna pop that ult, gets no one apparently, but oh, Glue from the side of the road just comes in and finishes Lucy. Wow,
unbelievable play
Lucy is not
as
having
well,
fun so far. I would assume
no,
Lucy
sir,
is not
not
having
very
fun
good
so
game
far.
here for Lucy.
He's trying to create space,
You
but
do
also
not
trying
want
to
to
make
be.
space
You
for
do not
himself.
want to be left.
Yeah, we're really getting trapped here. You don't want to be what?
Indeed, indeed. You do not want to be left alone. So, jumping into this game once again, just the gold lead just keeps getting worse here for the University of San Carlos. They have to find a way to try and pick off Viridis Arcus Esports and find a way to be able to finally combat them in terms of items and the builds that they decide to go for, considering how tanky Vey and Neck are going to be here as that Kufra and that Glue.
Oh, the hook is gonna connect to that Kufra. Not gonna be enough. Param is gonna pop that ult just to save their teammate because this is too much for them to handle. Lap is gonna pop that ult, getting Gabu, almost getting Gabu, but ends up dying to Vey. What is happening here? Link's gonna pop that ult onto that Goo, trying to get it down,
That's right.
trying to get him over, but that split is just too much. An Aspect here just trying to get that blue buff, just smart. They need to get that right now in order to push USC into a corner. He's gonna go in, gonna steal it. Did he steal it? Oh, he did! That is amazing! What? You did steal it, right? I was not. I wasn't blind. He just went there, stole it in front of three other heroes.
Oh,
No
that's absolutely
way.
insane here coming from both teams, of course. And I mean, as expected, right? Like these are the top teams in their respective regions. We have the University of San Carlos. So the gold lead has stagnated a little bit. It is staying the same way it was around 5K, and that is going to be a good something that I consider as a win here for the University of San Carlos. A dodge out by Ying. To escape Vay's Kofra ultimate, which is great. The Tyrant's Rage there will be stopped. Ying will pop that ultimate to try and clear the way, but there's just so much
Gabo,
damage
so
coming out
much
from Gabo and
damage.
Clem. I mean, like, what are you
Ow.
what are you gonna walk up to? Like, just walk up to all these bullets, sir. Here you go. You
Yeah,
know
just go.
what? For free. For free. Yeah, free of charge. Free of charge. This is so jumping into this middle lane, we see both teams dancing on the opposite sides. Actually, that's nice to see. We have Neck here on the bottom side. He doesn't have all that much mana, mind you. USC looking to try and take this bottom tower while they leave Ying to defend top all by himself. They decide to leave instead, knowing that the Lord is up. Already being attempted here by Viridis Arcus Esports. There is going to be a flare. Will reveal the rest of the jungle. No sneaky
Yeah,
place for
Gilgamesh.
DLSU right now. Gilgamesh with a hook. Ah, if he stole the Lord with that would be crazy. But
Hayabusa
there
is
you go.
going in.
Already engaged.
Ramis
my
pumps
God,
that
the
ult.
ult out.
Manages to stay alive. Oh my goodness. Beatrix
Neck
just
already
creating
there,
right now.
chasing down.
Oh
Well,
my
that's
goodness.
right, Charles Wood with the damage that they need, but immobilized right now is this Claude taking the rifle bullets there from Gabo. The ultimate on that sniper will not connect to Charles to try and take his life, but what a play there coming in from the University of San Carlos as well. Oh, engage here onto Gilgamesh. He slowed down Gabo, doing so much damage. The hook, but will not pull him back. Gabo though was stunned instead by the hook and will fall down to turret damage. Vay will try to get out of here, and he does so successfully. We have to talk about that red buff top side clash here for the side of University of San Carlos. There already was a rifle ultimate coming out from Gabo on that Beatrix, but because Bravo was able to pop that gold altar, oh, the flicker in, stuns onto two. Is there gonna be enough damage? Ling trying to escape with his life. Charles ultimate popped as well. He's able to escape. That's going to be the suppress onto Vay. What a setup, but the counter initiation from the University of San Carlos will be able to claim the life of that Kofra, and it looks like Viridis without that tank won't be able to go for any other sneaky pickoffs. Oh, in the bottom side, there is going to be a jump there onto Bravo. Colt Altar was popped, and the ultimate as well, but he just gets sliced down. Aspect, we were just talking
Deleted.
about this guy earlier, and he just shows why he's called that, why he's had that many accolades in his Mobile Legends career.
Oh,
Alright,
another
so we jump in
Temper
here
hook.
on. Yeah, that's right. The jump in
Oh,
onto Neck
unfortunately,
here as
nothing
well.
else.
The flare. Do you see the flares in the sky? Were you
It's a
blinded? No, never
fireworks
mind.
in
Anyways,
the
but
sky, shine bright like a fireworks. Oh wait, no.
what? No,
That's
now it's the
different.
wrong song. But you know what's the wrong song? There's gonna be a wrong move here by Gilgamesh. Will be pulled back by the split as well. A jump in by Bay. Starts onto two as well. So much damage. The rifle ultimate by Gabo. That
Oh
Beatrix,
my
the
goodness.
synergy.
Dumpster
From
fire.
Viridis Arcos
The
Esports
pure
here.
coordination coming from Viridis Arcos Esports. Blue gets Gilgamesh a pickoff right there. Very important pickoff.
Oh,
and
the
then
Euro
Kufra
manipulation will
jumps
be
in
popped.
on that push.
And that is just gonna be a dead for Ramis instantly, and it looks like DLSU trying to close out game one right now. Are they gonna be able to do it? And it looks like yes, they are. They're just gonna go for those
Are they?
focus hero kills as well. They already have the wave coming here in the top side. Charles with the
no, they're
ultimate.
not
There is gonna be a blazing duet, but there's no damage I'm seeing as of the moment. But Ying trying to get what he can. Baby. And that is going to be the end here. First game goes to DLSU.
That was clean. That was clean. Dare I say that was
Unbelievable
the
play.
most sanitary game ever.
Sanitary. I mean, we have to talk about
hospital sanitary.
Vay. Every single time just gets the two-man knockup into the ultimate setup,
Oh.
and then all that Gabo has to do eventually is just pop those rifles, and it's it. It's over, and it's over. Even with the Cult Altar available there for the side of USC, the amount of damage being dished out by DLSU was just so much, and there really wasn't much that the that the Cult Alter was going to be able to do in terms of those late game team fights. Even Ying on that Lapu Lapu had a really, really hard time. And we don't have to talk about how Lucy was doing in that jungle, especially with the massive rotations coming into the side from the LSU. It's absolutely insane. Such good coordination. We expected no less from a team of that caliber, right? But that isn't to say USC didn't really do a good job. They were able to stand as long as they did because of the counter initiations that they were able to get. Even with that two-man setup in the middle lane, they were able to turn things around with the ultimate there coming from Bravo.
Right, and you have to take note that DSLU with that the pure map awareness, I would say, is one of the most greatest traits that they showed us this game. The pure map awareness coming from all teams, especially Vei, where he would just pick out a random bush on the map and just flicker jump on that. He would just flicker jump on it and he would get one, two knockoffs at most, and it's just crazy. And to us, it seems so random, but he
That's true.
already knows that they
He
are there.
thought of it.
He already knows that they're there. He saw them from a
10
mile away.
steps ahead.
He has
10 steps
clear
ahead.
vision. He has clear vision. Oh my goodness, and it's crazy. And then we have Hayabusa, and then Gabo finishing the kills off one by one, just slashing and immediately.
That's true. And we have
Wow.
to talk about that Lord fight coming on the top side. Before there was a Lord, before that red buff team fight on the top side in USC's jungle, there was a Lord available for contestation. But the reason why the Lord wasn't available for USC to even contest is because they weren't there in the first place. They actually gathered around the bottom side before the very first turret around that bush, and then I guess realized later on that, oh hey, there is a Lord. So they decided to recall and go. But then again, DLSU was already waiting for them in that top red buff bush. So that is going to be a disadvantage if USC is not going to be able to match the rotation and the priority of objectives that DLSU have under their belt right now, as we saw very clearly in the steady gold lead that DLSU had throughout the rest of the game.
And we don't even have to mention the early advantage they had with those kills and that early gold lead.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
it was paused. It was paused, 0 kills, and when we woken up, it was already 4-0 and a 2K gold lead.
4-0 already.
Who knows? 4-0 and a 2K gold lead already. How does that happen? Who knows? Who knows? We'll never know at this point. Probably we'll just talk to the players later, but like just from that, we already know that they have the initiative to take that early game advantage, especially when they had that Hayabusa and that glue being absolutely fearless in the early game, because they know that none of the players on USC side really had the damage to compete with early glue and early Hayabusa. So it was
That
just
is
a
true.
very very clean sanitary win coming from uh, DSLU.
And if there's something I have to credit DLSU for as well, it's how they learn to attack all sides of the map. Because coming into a lot of the tournaments I've seen, most of the ganks you see in the early game happen in the top lane, the gold lane, happen in the XP lane, maybe even the middle lane if you're lucky. But DLSU decided to go and make Lucy on that core's life a hell of a lot harder. They just
No,
go where
yeah,
the
yeah.
buff was at, and of course Lucy would be there to try and claim the early game buffs, claim the net worth that you as a core are only able to get in that first 5 minutes. You're only able to get gold from those neutral creeps, and that is where you were waiting the entire time, and almost every single time Lucy at one point even becoming 1-5, and I can't say I blame him because DLSU were just up in there. I think the way for you to try and combat that level of rotation and skill would be to have complete map awareness on all your players. When you see that DLSU, for instance, or any team comes into your jungle, not only you as a core have to be smart and fast enough and have the game knowledge to figure that out, but the people in the closest lanes have to know that as well, so they can come and help you in that gank. And that is the only way you're able to bounce back as a core or be able to actually have a fighting chance. Because if you just say, all right, three people are here, I'll just give them my buff. Then you're down net worth. And that builds up as the
Yeah.
game goes on. And eventually you're at a natural disadvantage in terms of the items being built.
Honestly, I really just don't blame Lucy at all. I literally, we literally saw, we literally saw Aspect go up against three heroes on the enemy's blue buff side and still stole it alone. By the way, alone. My goodness. And you're
I
exactly
mean,
as we were talking about. Complete map awareness coming from DSLU gave them the upper hand advantage that in this game. And it's just amazing to see how people are just so coordinated with how they want to control the map and how they want to control uh, their opponents, because again, that 1-5 wasn't a coincidence. They pushed Lucy to be 1-5 in that game
that's
before
true.
the 10-minute mark.
So you could
Crazy.
see as well that what USC needed in that game, I'd like to say, for them to even stand a chance was to replicate like even a third of the damage that DLSU was dishing out. You'd see the Claude being able to jump in and blazing duet onto everybody, but you really wouldn't see health bars dropping. And that's the thing, because you as an MM, your primary objective is to deal damage from a safe
Yeah.
distance, to be able to actually stand a chance against the forces of the enemy team, to try and bring them low enough health for your assassin maybe, or even your mage to finish up, or even you if you'd want to. So damage was the name of the game for DLSU there, bursting through that cult altar. You saw how much damage they were doing, and USC have to be able to replicate that same amount of damage, even if they don't have as much mitigation, because it all goes down to gameplay.
Now, Dumpster Fire, we are now at a 1-0 standing on the side of
Mm-hmm.
DSLU. That was game one of the series. We can't wait for game two. Are we going to have a game three, or is DSLU going to wipe this?
Well,
Well,
I mean, I want to be hopeful. I love watching. I'd love watching a game three. I love watching a do or die. And honestly, it's not even being hopeful, because USC did pretty well. They were able to
no, they
adjust
did.
mid game to the strategies that DLSU had. It's just that by that time, or that point of the game, the net worth lead was already far gone. Towers were already going down for them, and DLSU, they're capable of being able to keep that lead, to be able to keep that advantage going for them up until the end of the game, unless the enemy team does something super crazy. So I think now, as much as we're analyzing what USC lacks or what they could bring to the table in the next game, I'm sure they themselves have figured that
No
out.
doubt.
Them being the people playing in the game, they know what they have to do, what they have to adjust, and we'll look forward to that coming into the next game. But I'm super excited once again for the next series. We have the UCLM versus
Yeah,
Fit
UCLM.
Tamaraws Esports Club, right? Yeah. What do you think is gonna happen over there while we wait for the second game to start?
Ooh, I don't know. I have very high hopes for UCLM, not just because like we've saw them play, but like I mean, it is because we've saw them play. Like it's not
Mhm.
really like anything. We've seen UCLM play the whole series. They do have a bit of a learning curve to do when it comes to facing uh, opponents, even just new opponents to begin with, which is all teams. But it's really honestly like amazing to see how UCLM can lose one game and then win the entire
Win
tournament
the
the
next the
next. Like
series. That's true.
yeah, it's crazy to see that. So I do hope I am hoping that we are going to see a very good game on both of these teams and series as we are right now.
Yeah, UCLM really with that Sharingan is being able to see
Oh
what the
yeah, no,
enemy
I'm telling
team
you,
is
I
planning
told you, bro.
and
The
change
map
their
awareness was
playstyle.
crazy. Yeah,
Mm-hmm,
map
mm-hmm.
awareness was crazy. Honestly, like I there was this one play where uh Kufra literally just jumped into the side of the lane bush, and Lapu Lapu was just there chilling, like not knowing anything. He thought that they didn't see him. I don't think DSLU saw him either. Kufra just kind of jumped
That's
because
true.
he know he'd be there.
And he was just
That was
trying to jump
crazy.
because like, well, I'm already casting it. You gotta throw it
I'm
somewhere.
already,
Let's throw it in this
I'm
bush.
already.
Just winding up, just winding up. All right, so we'd have to give
crazy.
a quick shout out, of course, right, to all our viewers from
course.
Luzon right now watching the CEL Campus Clash. Like, what's up, everyone? Y'all are watching the first time, I'd like to say, broadcasted finally. The top universities of Luzon and Visayas going up against each other head to head, and there you go. We just had our first game for the viewers just watching or who just turned into the stream. 1-0 is the standing right now in favor of DLSU in this best of 3 series against USC. So there's a lot to look forward to. Share the stream, everybody. Tag your friends. Tell them to watch some hot Mobile Legends for the CEL Campus
Exactly.
Clash. It's definitely a fight you do not want to miss. Once again, this wouldn't have been available without. Okay, I'm gonna talk about that Novaria pick in a while, but this never
Novaria.
would have been available. This never would have been possible without our sponsors.
all
We
the
have Virginia
injustice in the
Foods
world.
Incorporated, the Cebu Esports Arena, and of course, Fervor Media. So let's jump right
Fervor
into the
Media.
draft. I'm so excited. Novaria got picked.
Wait for no man.
Varia
USC.
got picked. All right,
And
just to
USC are
review,
down
by the
one.
way. Just to review, what are Navaria's skills? Just to review, because this is a newcomer in the fray. You know, like I know
That's
she has
true.
that slow ult, crazy big slow ult that just stops you in your tracks.
And
But she's simply a mage damage dealer. Aside from that really big CC, right?
And you know what my cousins call that ultimate. They call it ispat.
Your team is
They
What?
call it ispat because for spotlight, and that's gonna be flashlight because that ultimate actually reveals all the positions of the enemy in that huge ultimate range. It reveals everyone. So even if you're going for a road contestation, right, and you wanna be sure no one's waiting in some bush somewhere, no one's waiting in their jungle. You just throw that ultimate out and it marks everyone, even slowing them down a crazy amount, and that is it. Yeah, all the elements of surprise absolutely gone there. Moving into these picks, we have Lucy right now on that Lancelot, Gilgamesh on a Franco as well. But here for DLSU, we have Gabo still on that Beatrix. They don't want to drop that. They have Neck now though on what seems to be, and I'd like to believe, a core Fredrin. But he does have that flicker available, so we'll see what he does decide to do. Vey now on this show, and we all know how crazy Vey was on that Kofra, and this is just something
And
that I want to see some TikTok moves, Vey.
Right. And if we are well to assume, is this going to be a tank show? Which is amazing.
Oh yeah,
by
for
the way.
sure, for sure.
Tank
It
shows
has
are
to be.
crazy.
I mean, Vey. It's Vey.
It's very
Vey
like
was
the set coming from those kicks and those launches, really crazy. Okay, we have the Star Trail, Astral Meteor, and Astral Recall. Oh, and then Astral Echo.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Astral Echo.
Yeah, Astral Echo is absolutely insane because I think it is the first ability in the history of Mobile Legends to actually mess with a hero's base stats. And base stats in the sense that they're model. Because you have to talk about how it increases the hitbox.
Give me a
What
target.
is that?
Increases the
Increasing a person's
hitbox
hitbox
by
by
2.5
2.5 times. So there's a lot
My
of synergies you can have with that, of course. I saw a Novaria Selena combo once. I guess the Selena was pretty bad at landing
What's
her
your
arrows,
command?
but like, you know, the slow was the there you go. That is going to be a lock in there. Instant already. So here you go, a jump in. This is the
that looks so
lineup
cool.
for the second game, everybody. DLSU on your right side over here. Left side as well. Oh, I believe there's actually the lineup of USC. That'll be switched over here as of the moment. Here we
got
have the
switched,
lineup
we
of
got
DLSU. Yeah, we got Beatrix, Cho. We got
Going
Kadita
way up.
as well.
Fire.
There you
We are
go.
going
So,
way up.
so excited, bro.
Dang, look at that.
A funny pick.
Oh my gosh.
A
A funny pick. Why were we not
Lord
looking at
help
that
us
for a
all.
second ago?
Lord help
Oh
us all. Lord
no.
help us all. I
Gotta
think we're
pray.
going a little bit too
You
in
gotta
detail.
pray.
Yeah, there you
All
go,
right, here we
everybody.
go. Match 2. Back at it again at the land of the dawn. Now we're gonna have see Gilgamesh
Oh, they
confront
expected
this Kanita
Gilgamesh
and this
the
Vey.
petrify.
They already knew. They
Oh, the
already knew.
petrify being
Gilgamesh
used.
picked this twice. They already
That's
know he
true.
was
He
gonna make
tried to
this
do it
reset,
again. Mm-hmm.
and now he's going home
And
to get punished for it. Wow,
yeah, and it
very
looks
very
like what
clean response.
DLSU have planned as of the moment is the strategy where the roam actually just clears the middle lane. They have the mage to go at the bottom lane to get that fast level 2 in the XP lane. And then he's going to
Right,
go back to mid any second now. But now we see Vey in the middle of
the
the
easy level 4
jungle of
strat.
the University of San Carlos. Yeah, the easy level 4 strat before the turtle. There you go. Vey just doing Cho things, being as annoying as possible. That's pretty much his role. We can't wait. I want to see some TikTok moves here coming in from Vey on the down low, like for
TikTok
real. I
moves.
want him to, yeah, I want him to kick, recall, jump to the kick, knock up, dash, recall again, or whatever. You know, I just want to see some of that.
And then he go
Like,
ta 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 ta.
oh, there you go. Jump in from Aspect already on that Fanny, and it's already close to the wall. Lucy, is there going to be a kill? They decide not to go any further. Lucy,
Very close
on
to
a
death.
sliver of his HP, was able to escape from that. And Aspect will be recalled to get his energy back. And look at him on the map. He's already out there. Come on. This guy has to come down. Aspect is absolutely insane. We called him out earlier. We knew how good he was. Now we're going to be able to see that. Gilgamesh and Ying right now in trouble though. Aspect just dashing through the snow right now. Oh, bravo! With a long
Whoa.
second skill there. Coming out the Novaria will be a poke off there. And that's going to bring down Neck on that XP lane Fredrin with a tank emblem. Lucy right now, starting this turtle, will be spotted out by Vey. They know. It looks like Viridis Arcus Esports. Oh, Clem goes down as well on the bottom side. It looks like DLSU will decide to give this first turtle to the University of San Carlos. A reset there by
Right.
Gilgamesh to try and delay as much as possible. Aspect getting
Lucy
that blue
taking
buff.
the advantage.
In the top
to
side,
get
we
that
have Gabo
turtle in.
and Charles. Yeah, we have Gabo and Charles right now, just poking each other out. Nobody's helping, no backup, except Gilgamesh and Vey, who see each other now. The hook will not connect onto Vey. That is going to be 2-1 now on the scoreboard. And University of San Carlos, for the first time in this series, are leading by a pretty significant amount. That's going to be a 700 gold lead here for the University of San
Right.
Carlos. The first ever lead, I'd like to
USC
say.
has been adjusting so far throughout this game. Very defensive so far. Trying to just retreat whenever there is a clash, which is very very smart. Just trying to get those really early pickoffs from both that Novaria and that Lapu-Lapu there whenever they try to gank. And as we've seen earlier, Ling really took the advantage when who died earlier? I think it was
Oh, Gilgamesh will be
who died.
petrified, and that
Oh,
is going to be an
ooh.
ultimate there. Clem
Coming
will
from
go down
Candida.
instantly. Yeah, Lucy will try and poke out Vey. Has the 2 first kills ready. The knock-up available. Alright, we have to go clear the wave instead. Once again, Bravo was able to use his ultimate to call out Vey and give his team info on him. Goes the second skill there on Navaria. Oh, he has to be really careful. Speaking of, Clem right
Lancelot
now
is a
will be
bit
able to
in
jump in
trouble
there.
right
And there
now.
you go, the slow. This is what we're talking about here. The vision and the slow coming from the Navaria. The shotgun ready to go. Boom. Onto Vey. Will connect.
Ooh,
And
that
that
was
is
a little
going to
bit too
be
close.
Gilgamesh right now, just chilling. There's gonna be a stun and knock up there by Vey, but there was a hook there by Gilgamesh to make sure that he doesn't get kicked back towards the rest of Viridis
Bravo
Arcos.
being in this game right now provides USC a very much needed space, especially with those slows and with those distant burst damage really quickly. Look at that. Just those slows scare those heroes away just to create a little bit more space, a little bit
That's
more
true.
area for USC to
Oh,
work
the
with. And here
kickback
we have
there, but there's so
Rotel.
much damage in Ying. Just goes away. Lucy right now in the middle of this turtle. He needs the rest of USC, but there are 2 people there on the top side. Lucy pretty much alone right now. Will be knocked up airborne. There is gonna be he's gonna pop the ultimate as well, directly used by Aspect. Will claim Lucy as well. That is the turtle and a kill onto the core, going for the side of Viridis Arcus. Ooh,
Again, you just
Aspect
don't
was
know
trying to go up
what that
for Bravo.
Tancho is gonna do, man. Like he's gonna go at you in a blink of an eye and get me
Ooh,
up that
uh-huh.
hook from Gilgamesh and suppress coming from the Vei. Is he
Oh,
gonna go
1
down? No,
HP.
no way. Oh,
He
okay, no pick
survives
off there
through
coming
that.
from Bravo and Gilgamesh. I don't know how.
That's
Okay,
right.
Ying's a little bit in trouble here with the Lapu Lapu. Neck is tanky as all heck. Lucy is gonna help him though. Not a lot of damage coming on from that. Kadita does get a kill on the top lane there, bringing
Yeah,
Beatrix
this
a lot of
Franco.
needed space for her farm to go about. This Franco
Yeah, this
is
Franco
not
doesn't
having
really
a
have
lot of
a
fun.
lot. Yeah, doesn't really have a lot of mobility, but so much damage from Charles. Is this gonna be a kill? It looks like it is. There you
It
go.
is,
The full
wow.
damage combo there with the passive pops on the Leslie by Charles. He has the items that he needs to be able to burst down 1v1 that Beatrix, and that's gonna be a dead Beatrix instantly. Gabo recognizes the skill and stops moving, accepting his fate. And now there is gonna be a flashlight there. Uh,
Yeah, flashlight.
onto the top side river. Oh, an
Gilgamesh
ultimate
is going
there
to press
instantly.
VVV.
Ultimate Ying will be able to jump in there as well, but there's so much damage already from
Kadita.
this Lapu Lapu. Gilgamesh will fall down, but that's just the tank. Aspect now in the fray. Lucy 1 HP. Ling, the cable will not connect at first, but he goes down. And Aspect already at 1 energy. It's not gonna be enough. That is his signal to disappear. Oh, Gabo. Whoa, was AFK? Is that gonna be enough? Yes, it is.
Oh,
The skill shots
no
by Bravo.
way.
It looks like Gabo kind of lagged a little bit there. He stopped moving for a good second. But still, the skill, the Leslie ultimate coupled with the Novario second skill will be enough damage. The Astral Recall bursts down Gabo. Oh, Bravo right
VVV
now will
coming in a
try to
bit
be caught out.
close.
Ooh,
Aspect becomes
Aspect is
100%.
available. He has full energy, everybody. You do not want to be here. There you go. A chop down instantly. Aspect. Oh my god, but there's so much damage by Ying. Shuts down Aspect as well. Neck in the middle of everything. He is a Fredrin though. He is pretty tanky as well. And he's able to dish out enough damage. USC recognized this and decided to go out. They will be spotted out by the Astral Recall. And there you go. Lucy is in the middle of everyone and will be able to chase him down. He does not give up on that play and takes down Vey. That is going to be this middle tower. Probably attempted to be pushed here by USC.
Amazing
blue buff
contest
coming
coming
up
from
for this
USC
Fanny.
right now. Especially with that Leslie, that amazing distance and that space here.
Ooh,
Is Clem gonna
the
get
blue
caught up
buff
in
was
here?
taken away. The blue buff was taken
Again
away from
by
the Fanny.
Lucy.
Oh, actually, the blue buff is already up right now. Who's gonna take
Ooh.
it? There you go. I think it went net as well. And there you go. Aspect going around to everybody. Just dashes around. He chases down Charles. Ooh, gets bursted down a little bit by that Leslie. Decides to go back. Knows he could probably die there. The flashlight will connect onto two actually. Will reveal the positions of Clem and Vey.
Again, dumpster
That
fire.
was a
USC is
cool
not
fight.
going down without a fight. This Leslie is all offs so far coming from USC. Even with that Lapu Lapu coming in with that ulti, very great vision, control, and distance coming from Bravo with the 8 assists. By the way, the much needed awareness char from the first game that they needed coming from Bravo, because they really needed
Yeah,
that
that's
much
right.
space. They really needed that much like awareness as to what's going on, and what you've said earlier. Nanana sila spotlight, and they have that spot. Oh, Clem gets
Ooh.
cancelled there. Close, but not enough.
the, the
Uh,
the astral recall,
this
just
is
so
great.
much damage, being able to throw that meteor towards the side of Viridis Arcus Esports. This is what we're talking about. Bravo on that Novaria. Novaria isn't exactly like one of the mages I love playing. Kagura, who can go for those single kill burst downs instantly. He's more of a poke type person that forces people to go for the recalls instead. There's gonna be an ultimate there by Gilgamesh. Will be able to bring down Clem with the help of Charles with so much damage there. Vey
Charles is
in the
gonna
middle of everything,
reposition.
but does he really want to go up against this Leslie? Lucy will secure that bottom side tower, setting up for the Lord right now. A push there, but there's gonna be a defense. A jump in here onto the neck by Lucy. He's dropping down really low. You have to be really careful here. That's still a Fredrin. He can pull out his tanky side. Aspect right now will try and secure this blue buff. It looks like it's available. The ultimate there.
Oh,
Astral Recall ready on the side of University of San Carlos. Neck dropping really low as well. Now this middle tower looks like it's gonna be easily taken. And that looks like a Lord that's in such a good position for the University of San Carlos.
It really is dumpster fire. If you notice a little bit on there at the side, Bravo and Charles was doing their best to zone out Neck, to zone out Vei, to zone out Clem, just for their team to get that turtle, and now that Lord in the process. Wow, that was
That's
amazing.
true, and that
Like they they spotted out Gabo there at the side. And I think it was Gabo or was it Neck really low, and now they're gonna go in
whoa!
there. Ah, that was unexpected.
It looked
Honestly, I
like
did not see that coming.
that that bush looked like a blender for a good second, bro. You should have seen it. Aspect was just spinning there, like straight up. Blender instantly there. There's gonna be a taunt here onto Gilgamesh. They're trying to pick him off. This could be very good as well for Viridis Arcus Esports. It will make sure that the University of San Carlos will not try and go for a contest. Aspect brings down Bravo instantly, and that's gonna be no more poke damage. Charles being chased down by Vei. Ooh, the damage that he does though, absolutely insane. Ultimate there being popped. Vei hoping to try and just take that damage a little bit elsewhere. He uses the shield from his second skill to try to chase out. Charles showed himself out of the bush. That was a misposition. He thought he was still hidden in the bush. But he was a pixel out of place. And he showed his position to Clem, who burst him down instantly on that Kadita. What a play. It wasn't even
And a hook.
ooh, a hook there onto Vei. It's not gonna be enough though.
And
But
now
nice hook, Gilgamesh.
Aspect
Crazy
here,
plays.
Aspect here trying to do the most here, trying to pick off Charles and Bravo. I think that's what the focus for Aspect is for this game, is to try and get
yeah.
Bravo
Ooh.
and oh. Here we have a ulti
Alright,
coming
and
from
engage here. Yang
Lapu-Lapu.
will be able to pop the ultimate. There is gonna be a rifle ultimate by Gabo to try and push them down. A kick back there onto Lucy. He has the rotation, but he's not gonna be able to pop any of his abilities to try and escape. They, with a really good pick off there onto the Lancelot. Alright, there's gonna be a flash side there by Bravo. A hit onto Gabo. There's gonna be a lot of damage for them. Oh, Ying will try and go in for an engage here. The stun will not connect. Decides to back up a little bit. Vei available. Will not be able to knock up Ying because he uses that second ultimate on that Lapu-Lapu. But now the Lapu-Lapu ultimate is going to be on cooldown. Gilgamesh spotted out by Neck here in this bush. There's going to be a first kill here from Ricardo, but Charles is just doing free hits here. Clem trying to get this Leslie, but it's not going to be enough. Oh, but there you go. Aspect in the middle of everything. But Charles still, once again, just free hitting. He's able to do enough damage. He hits Aspect, but he's 2 hits away from dying. Ultimate there to try and spot out whoever is in that bush. Bravo still going for a little bit of a poke game. Charles has to be really careful. This is the bush where he got spotted out, and a flicker there onto Neck. Will not be able to go into anything. But now Aspect is there, and he just slashes him down. I saw him from a mile away, but it was impossible for Charles to see it. But a re-engage here by Lucy will be able to get Gabo as well. Neck falling really low. Is this going to be a dead Frederick? Yes, it will be. Ying sees Clem, stuns him down. Clem dropping really low. Will be able to use that ultimate to try and escape. Meanwhile, the Fanny trying to chase down Bravo right now. The Tovaria will go down as well. Mega kill on Aspect. And now Ying just punching it out against Vei right now. There's not going to be enough. Gilgamesh trying to hook to see if the Fanny decided to settle in that bush, but no sir. Aspect does not sit anywhere on that Fanny. He spends more time on cables than he does walking around.
No, you don't understand. Like, Aspect has been farming the entire game, only coming into team fights to get one or two pickoffs, and then immediately leaving afterwards to get more farm. He is nearer to level 16 than any hero on this roster right now. Lucy is trying to go in, but does not get the steal, unfortunate. Gilgamesh, it's popped in. Vegeta pops the ult. Lapu-Lapu is in trouble. He has nowhere to go. Oh, Bravo comes in.
Look
with
at that
slow.
damage. Look at the
Great.
damage coming from the Astral Recall there. Gabo, at full HP, went down to 50 by just one long range hit by that Astral Recall by the Navarian. There you go, this Lord available right now. Lucy, very confident right now, jumping in and out right now as a moment to try and see a little bit more vision by Viridis Arcus Esports. And speaking of vision, there you go. There's going to be an ultimate there.
Look at Fanny on the side.
In from this video. Oh, the Fanny on the side ready to just fly in, you know?
Ready.
Yeah, that's right. The Astral Echo was already used though, so
scary.
they're not gonna have as much vision as they'd like. Gilgamesh right now in the middle. Who did they decide to ult? But it looks like they're gonna get set up here. A kick instantly onto Gilgamesh. Will flicker out. Clem will find him as well. An ultimate by Ying in the middle of everyone, but it's not gonna be enough damage until he gets bursted down. 1 HP. Ying, he goes down. Neck already gone as well. Charles is doing the free hits there. Bravo will be able to bring down Neck And Aspect actually died all through that. There should be an ultimate. Is there gonna be enough to take that? No, there will not
Oh,
be. But Lucy
that long
already
shot coming
starting
from
on this
Bravo.
Lord. Bravo,
Oh my
absolutely
goodness.
insane. This is what we were talking about. It looks like he's gonna go for this Beatrix to try and zone him out as well. Lucy will be able to spot out that Kadita. The Kadita's ready to try and go for the steal right now. He knows he has that invulnerability from the first skill, but the Petrify, not enough. Even with that Petrify, the amount of damage coming in from both Charles and Bravo, MM Mage combo coming in here from the University of San Carlos. So much damage. And speaking of, wasn't that the thing that we
Now this
noticed
is a
they were
game.
lacking?
Yes.
Oh, Charles being chased
This is a
down,
game.
and there you go. Aspect definitely
still
going for that insta one-shot combos there, and the one-shot build will bring down Charles, and that is going to be a significant amount of damage going down to the University of San Carlos. This is DLSU's chance to go and fight, and there you go, Gilgamesh already gone. That ultimate, that Astra Echo will be able to connect onto 3, slowing all of them down. Ying trying to use the Lapu-Lapu ultimate to escape. They have no more towers here at the bottom side, but that is going to be a Lord towering for the side of University of San Carlos, and DLSU have no choice but to try and clear that Lord before they go for any other engages. Oh, a jump in by Vey, a slow there. Auto Bravo. Ooh, the flicker knock-up, but it's not really. There's gonna be a kick as well. Ying getting really low, and he ults back actually. There's gonna be an immortality, but Chavo uses the rifle ultimate to secure that kill. That will be a Lapu gun for 40 seconds.
Oh!
Ooh. Imagine just getting...
Again, this.
Oh,
This
ultimate once
Novaria.
again. I think the Astral Recall is available once again, and he's gonna pop it. Oh my god! Gabo already down to 40% of his HP just by that one Astral Recall. I'm telling you, Novaria is absolutely insane. Like, even though you don't really get a lot of burst damage, and in terms of being able to poke, that's all he got, and there you go. Astral Echo once again revealing where Viridis Arcus Esports are. Gilgamesh uses the ultimate. Aspect will try to go onto Charles, but the wind shot already there being popped. Lucy trying to help Charles get some space, and there he is. He's able to try and poke down neck. Oh, Ray will be able to be on the receiving end of that Astral Recall. There's gonna be an ultimate here coming in from Gabo. Will bring down Gilgamesh. Oh, neck as well. Pops the ultimate as well. Clem, in the middle of everything though. He has a Petrify. Uses the ultimate as well. Bravo goes down. There's no more Novaria damage here for the University of San Carlos. Vey dropping really low. Charles dishing up the damage that the USC needs. Neck falling really low. Ying with the flicker brings down Gabo, and that is going to be no damage now for Viridis Arcus. Aspect waiting in the wait. Who does he want to bring down? He's trying to go for Charles, but the ultimate connects to Ying. So many cables, but he has to get out. Half HP already. 2 people left to defend by DLSU. USC.
Oh, that was
It was on the
amazing.
winning side
If
of that
you
clash, I'd
noticed,
like to
Charles at the very end of that clash popped his ulti, even though he already killed the majority of their team, because he knows that this Fanny is lying in wait. And when he popped that ult, he immediately got that vision that Fanny was at the end of that lane, immediately flickering out so that Ying could take the blunt of the damage. And this is amazing. Bravo and Charles, with the positioning that they have and with the extreme focus that they have right now on the
Ooh,
map,
the hook!
is killing the game. The hook.
Vey 1 HP will be chased down by Lucy. There is gonna be a kick, but Bravo will be able to take his life down. Clem, ultimate pop there. No more ultimate here by this Kadita. Next, trying to build a little bit of space here coming from this team. He knows he's tanky. He knows he can take a little bit of the poke coming in from both sides. A hook there onto Neck. A taunt onto 2. An ultimate there coming in from Gabo as well. This is Gabo and Neck against the world, everybody. 5 people still alive here on the side of the University of San Carlos. Vey on that show will not be alive to try and help contest this Lord. Viridis Arcus Esports have to play it really, really carefully. Neck still spotting it out as well. An ultimate here coming in from Charles to try and reveal the location. This Fanny is chilling in the bottom side. Was spotted out by Bravo, however, and that will have him retreat. It looks like USC, even without the Cho, are too afraid to try and go for this Lord contest. They know how skilled the Fanny is. Oh, is there gonna be a kill? Yes, it is! Ying goes down on the bottom side. There is no Lapu-Lapu now. And now, the University of San Carlos have to be really careful. The recall here coming from Aztec, he could be joining this fight anytime soon. USC have to make something happen now, but now Vey is already here, and that's gonna be Gilgamesh gone as well. Aspect already there in the middle lane, ready to go for anything, but no! Bravo gets caught out by the Petrify combo. Ultimate as well. Aspect will fall down. The suppress as well, ready to go already. He's able to escape. Aspect on the winter junction suppress will save his life. DLSU not gone just yet. Already leading in kills by 4, and that it seems like it's going to be a free lord for them. They have the damage to be able to take it down. Gabo is still alive and already there. Additional damage onto that lord. This is going to be bad for Viridis Esports. Oh, the stuns onto everything for Lucy. That was a tank a lot, but that's not going to be enough. There already was a kick into the taunt as well by Neck. And that is going to be the Lord going to the side of DLSU. How you feeling about this game, Oko? I'm absolutely scared, honestly. Looking at Aspect and his ability to be able to poke literally everybody out as of the moment, it's just something that we can't just count out as of yet. Back then, I used to think that
Yes, go.
Oh, there you go. And kick back onto Gilgamesh once again. You try to take this Franco. Very good positioning from him, by the way, to be able to always be the one picked out instead of the rest of his team. Vey coming in once again. The taunt by Neck. A knock up onto the back lines, but Charles brings him down instantly. Aspect trying to help his team. There's gonna be so much damage. Charles popped the wind champ. He saw that funny incoming and
They're all so low.
Ultimate already being popped. Astral Echo there to try and reveal the location. The Lord minions already towering on all sides of the map. The Lord coming in the top side as well, without a doubt. There's not going to be enough damage if Charles goes down here. The University of San Carlos trying to wait. But oh my god, Aspect just took a real U-turn, bro. From the middle lane entry into the bottom lane exit. Absolutely insane here. It's funny.
Bravo gets a hit on Gabo immediately on the half health.
Yeah, but
this Lord is barreling down. Just trying to get
Gabo's
in.
able to regenerate.
Yeah, Gabo was able to regenerate so quickly. Viridis Arcus Esports is completely dominating this end game so far with 24-29, 4K gold lead, which doesn't really matter at this point, but still, like just one more Lord, I think, will do the trick. The positioning of Charles and Bravo is easily read now. Like, I feel like especially now knows what to do in these fights, because saw Clem and that other team, that last Lord team fight patiently to get Bravo in his clutches and immediately takes him down. And we have Aspect going in for doing the same thing to Charles. This is crazy. Arcus Esports is immediately adjusting, and now University of San Carlos has to respond with this.
Aspect trying to play it really safe right now, and I have to say, the positioning coming out from these two teams are absolutely primal, absolutely amazing positioning coming in from both sides. Because we see that in every clash, the reason it always starts is with Neck and Gilgamesh just facing each other off. Neck and Gilgamesh are pretty much the frontliners, if you'd like to say, coming from both of these teams. Because Vey, I'd like to think, is in charge of going for those backline knockups and ultimate, and there you go. Vey will get suppressed into the hook. That is going to be immortality pop right now. Lucy, will there be a kill? Gabo, ultimate pop as well. Lucy doesn't really have any other escape skill to be able to use at the moment. Gabo will use that ultimate for the rockets as well. Next, taunting everybody, but he's on 1 HP. Will not be brought down. Gilgamesh goes down, and now Aspect ready to do what he wants. He sees Bravo. I think he wants to go for it. Yes, he does, and there you go. Bravo gone just like that. Charles, though, is still alive. The main damage force of USC. He is able to, Charles is still able to try and mount a comeback. But it's spoke too soon. The full combo, no ultimate for Clem, however. And that will not be a dead Leslie just yet.
Aspect. Oh, goes down for the count by Charles here on the side, but Winter Truncheon comes on. Barely getting that kill, but that was way too close coming from Aspect. That clutch Winter Truncheon really saved him there. He was trying to get into the back lanes of their bases, trying to get Leslie here. Unfortunately, Leslie does too much damage at this point in the game. Lapu-Lapu trying to get in front of Gabo. Gabo does way too much damage. Charles as well getting in the midst of it. Aspect is gonna chase him down, obviously.
Oh my god!
Gets done. Is he gonna get done? Oh, the damage! Maybe an ult?
This is
An
scary.
ult!
He has to get out of there, but he
Oh,
gets
not in
suppressed.
me.
The catch there by Gilgamesh just in time. He was
Oh, that
running
was
into
way
the
too
push, pressing the
close.
ultimate, but look at the top lane. Bravo there, left to defend. Up towards this
Bravo,
Nexus, but the
Bravo
knock
has
up
this.
there onto
Bravo has this.
Viri. Alright, yeah, the quick
Oh, and a
respawn.
hook
That
from
is going to
Gabo.
be a
Gabo is
safe
going to die
bet
here.
for now. Ooh, Gabo is already gone. There you go, a kill. Oh, 60 seconds
Is it gonna be a
without
wipe?
that
A wipe?
Beatrix. Lucy trying to go up against Vay. There's gonna be a flicker there. Committed ultimate from the Leslie coming in, but without that Beatrix, this is looking really scary here for DLSU. We're so close to seeing a game 3 and it looks like we just might. Charles trying to do the damage that they need. He's actually going up against the heroes. He decides not to go for the tower instead. Oh, Charles is too close. He gets taunted there instantly by Neck. A knock up, and that's going to be a dead Leslie. Gilgamesh decides to go back. Oh, the recalls by Neck showing dominance here. More than a minute
That
gone without
that
this
might be
Lancelot and this Leslie. And it looks like it's going to be
that
a
might
free
be
Lord,
the
of
worst
course.
thing to happen to USC right now, especially with Charles down a
Indeed.
minute as well as Lucy. Clem and Aspect already up and running. Gabo not far behind. This Lord is going to be a sure Lord, and if they don't get their defense going by the minute goes down, it's gonna spell the end for USC. And I doubt it's gonna be happen. They're going to pop that ult coming from Bravo and know that they're going for that Lord. Slowly but surely, they're trying to delay the inevitable here, just trying to make a little bit more space for Charles and Lucy to revive. This Lord
That's right. They
Net doesn't
only
really
have to
have the
stall.
damage to do that. They only have to stall.
They
You're
only
so
have to.
right. Clem's
They
here
only have to
just
stall
trying
for
to
like
pick off
20 more
Bravo.
seconds. This is,
Come
after
on,
all,
come on.
the fourth Lord of the game. He has a 50k HP. They just have to stop Gabo from doing the damage that he does. They see it's going down really scary. Lucy already up. Charles in 5 seconds. A hook there onto Clem. But they're focusing on the Lord. DLSU knows this is free for them. And that is going to be claimed by Aspect there instantly. Ying will be able to try and back out instead. Knows
Yes,
that
that's
the
true.
battle
They
is
are
yet to
going to
come.
have to back away to try and get those buffs and try and assure their defense right now. This Lord is barreling down again. Where both teams have Lord buffs as the red team has Lord buffs as well. This to be either a win or another 10 minutes.
That's true. Alright, so we see Vay right now trying to go in a little bit. Will be able to be spotted out there by Ying using those blades, but now the towering of the minions, the Lord minions, as well as the Lord himself in the middle lane and all other lanes. It's looking really scary for the University of San Carlos. They don't really have any other clear mechanism apart from Bravo and Ying, Lucy as well. But Lucy went to the tank slot. Now a kickback onto Lucy. Is he gonna be gone? Second skill, dashes
Lucy's
around, and that's gonna be immortality pop. He's in the middle of everything. Viridis, Arcus, Esports already pushing down all the minions going everywhere, and it looks like this is the
It's
game,
the
and that
end.
will be it. A 2-0 victory from DLSU. Unbelievable. Viridis
Clap,
Arcos
clap.
Esports will take the first match up. Well played coming in from both teams. Definitely something we expected in the CEL campus clash, you know. And it wasn't because USC wasn't trying or USC didn't stand a chance. They were literally up there, but it was just too much. DLSU so just playing it so well. Aspect, aspect. How do you deal with that man on that Fanny? Honestly, in all honesty, like if you don't have any other lockdown abilities that are no-brainers, I don't think you can ever stop him. They have Gilgamesh on that Franco. Never did we see him being caught, except at
Yes.
that last
Yeah.
moment towards the end game. Yeah, crazy plays
Uh,
here. Once again,
USC did so well. Yeah, of course. Once again, congratulations, DSLU, reigning champions for
mhm.
this series. No, not reigning champions. The winners for this series against USC, a 2-0 sweep. But USC did not go down without a fight. That's for sure. Dumpster fire with 25, 26 minutes. The golds are nearly 70k for each team. Uh, USC really put up a fight there, especially Charles and Bravo. Early to mid game, even to late game, they were so consistent in trying to find the correct position, hyper focusing on the map, hyper focusing on where the enemy is, and really knowing what to do at a moment's notice. uh, it's amazing to see these players just go up against Aspect, like obviously one of the best cores we've ever seen so far, and especially with a Fanny
Mm-hmm,
on his
mm-hmm.
hands, zipping and zapping and killing everybody on site, by the way. And we still see Charles and Bravo staying alive despite of the fact, like especially in that
That's
end
true.
game when Charles had
That's
that
true.
damage within him. He was not anymore scared. He only needed to stay alive just for a little bit for him to shoot uh, Aspect at the end of the day. Look at that. Look at
Yes,
them
sir. And here you
scores.
go. Match one, game two. We have a post game report here. Clem did what he could on that Kadita, and it shows Aspect as well 11-3. As a Fanny, I could never, honestly. My Fanny looks more like a 3-11. That's what my Fanny looks like. All right, the three Blade of Despair there coming in from Charles doesn't really even care about the movement speed anymore. The wind chant though, a necessity to not get bursted down by Aspect. Bravo,
Exactly.
however, does not have that luxury for a Winter Truncheon. He knows he needs to do as much damage as he can. Decides to go for the immortality as well. But with Aspect, what can you do really? I don't even blame Gilgamesh there. I know he looks like a 3.6 bronze there as well, but he was doing
He
a
did the
lot for
most. He did
USC
the most. He
throughout
did
the
the
entire
most. Yeah.
game. Yeah, that's right. So once
And
again, the
let's not forget Vei and Neck all throughout the game. I genuinely think that was one of the main reasons why DSLU stood its ground for that long. It had Vei to set up kills and pickoffs, and it had Neck to take the brunt of all the damage coming from both that Leslie and Bravo. So like we have to give them props. Like
that's true,
the entire
absolutely.
team did
So
their
for our
best.
viewers, so for our viewers who just tuned in, once again, that was game two of our first series, DLSU versus USC, which will be a convincing 2-0 win here for DLSU. But stay tuned because there's still more coming in this afternoon with the next matchup, which we have UCLM going up against who, Dakin?
FIT dumpster fire. Let's
That's
go.
right.
Don't s- don't
All right,
don't
so
leave. Don't leave. Get some
uh
snacks. Get your dinner. Sit down. Watch some ML. Be with us, Oko and Dumpster Fire. Still going to be your next casters for game 2. Hope you enjoyed game 1. We'll be right back with CEL Campus Clash 2023.
we'll see you in a bit.
Hustle from the bottom.
So don't you ever think y'all gon' let me down. Woo! Swear right now I'm ready to fight. Everything, everything. Tell them I'm ready for anything. Everything, everything. I swear I'm ready for anything. Bring it on. It's not enough. Baby, I'm ready for everything. Everything, everything. Tell them I'm ready for anything.
Bring back the magic this Christmas season with Virginia. Bring back the magic this Christmas season with Virginia.
So don't you ever think you're gon' let me down. Woo! Swear right now I'm ready to fight. Everything, everything. Tell 'em I'm ready for anything. Everything, everything. I swear I'm ready for anything. Bring it on. It's not enough. Baby, I'm ready for everything. Everything, everything. Tell 'em I'm ready for anything.
Bring back the magic this Christmas season with Virginia. So don't you ever think you're gon' let me down. Woo! Swear right now I'm ready to fight. Everything, everything. Tell 'em I'm ready for anything. Everything, everything. I swear I'm ready for anything. Bring it on. It's not enough. Baby, I'm ready for everything. Everything, everything. Tell 'em I'm ready for anything.
the magic this Christmas season with Virginia.
So don't you ever think God gon' let me down. Woo! Swear right now I'm ready to fight. Everything, everything. Tell them I'm ready for anything. Everything, everything. I swear I'm ready for anything. Bring it on, it's not enough. Baby, I'm ready for everything. Everything, everything. Tell them I'm ready for anything.
Bring back the magic this Christmas season with Virginia. So don't you ever think God gon' let me down. Woo! Swear right now I'm ready to fight. Everything, everything. Tell them I'm ready for anything. Everything, everything. I swear I'm ready for anything. Bring it on, it's not enough. Baby, I'm ready for everything. Everything, everything. Tell them I'm ready for anything.
back the magic this Christmas season with Virginia.
So don't you ever think y'all gon' back me down. Woo! Swear right now I'm ready to fight. Everything, everything. Tell 'em I'm ready for anything. Everything, everything. I swear I'm ready for anything. Bring it on. It's not enough. Baby, I'm ready for everything. Everything, everything. Tell 'em I'm ready for anything.
Bring back the magic this Christmas season with Virginia. So don't you ever think y'all gon' back me down. Woo! Swear right now I'm ready to fight. Everything, everything. Tell 'em I'm ready for anything. Everything, everything. I swear I'm ready for anything. Bring it on. It's not enough. Baby, I'm ready for everything. Everything, everything. Tell 'em I'm ready for anything.
back the magic this Christmas season with Virginia.
So don't you ever think God gon' let me down. Woo! Swear right now I'm ready to fight. Everything, everything. Tell them I'm ready for anything. Everything, everything. I swear I'm ready for anything. Bring it on, it's not enough. Baby, I'm ready for everything. Everything, everything. Tell them I'm ready for anything.
Bring back the magic this Christmas season with Virginia. So don't you ever think God gon' let me down. Woo! Swear right now I'm ready to fight. Everything, everything. Tell them I'm ready for anything. Everything, everything. I swear I'm ready for anything. Bring it on, it's not enough. Baby, I'm ready for everything. Everything, everything. Tell them I'm ready for anything.
the magic this Christmas season with Virginia.
So don't you ever think God gon' let me down. Woo! Swear right now I'm ready to fight. Everything, everything. Tell 'em I'm ready for anything. Everything, everything. I swear I'm ready for anything. Bring it on. It's not enough. Baby, I'm ready for everything. Everything, everything. Tell 'em I'm ready for anything.
Bring back the magic this Christmas season with Virginia. So don't you ever think God gon' let me down. Woo! Swear right now I'm ready to fight. Everything, everything. Tell 'em I'm ready for anything. Everything, everything. I swear I'm ready for anything. Bring it on. It's not enough. Baby, I'm ready for everything. Everything, everything. Tell 'em I'm ready for anything.
Bring back the magic this Christmas season with Virginia.
So don't you ever think you're gon' let me down. Woo! Swear right now I'm ready to fight. Everything, everything. Tell them I'm ready for anything. Everything, everything. I swear I'm ready for anything. Bring it on. It's not enough. Baby, I'm ready for everything. Everything, everything. Tell them I'm ready for anything.
Face off against the undefeated teams in Visayas. It's still your boy, the trash you love and admire, Dumpster Fire here. Joining me once again is
Your host with the most, Mr. One Hit KO Oko.
that's
Let's
right.
go.
So earlier we had
For-
the first series DLSU versus the University of San Carlos, and it was a 2-0 clean sweep for DLSU, but still GG well played for our local team of University of San Carlos. Isn't that right, Takin? They definitely did
yeah.
give a fight.
It was a fight and a fight to remember. 25 minutes in, these players were going at it like there was no tomorrow. Like it was their last fight. Like it was their last fight. Now, without further ado, Dumpster Fire, let us welcome our match 2 competitors, UCLM versus FIT in CEL Campus Class 2023. Alright,
That's
here
right.
we have
So,
on the
right now
bottom
we-
right, Kudo from UCLM.
Yeah, and here on the left we have FIT's Mitsuki. So, how are you guys doing? How are you, Kudo, Mitsuki? Say hi to the audience, guys.
Maligo na to. Yo, shout out to the viewers
All
dyan.
right, all right. How about you, Mitsuki? How you doing, man?
Ating guys.
A little bit low on the audio there. So, once again, welcome both of you. Thank you for participating in the CEL Campus Clash. It's what we love to see. So, first off, definitely the question a lot of our audience has been
Hello po.
brewing in their minds once again. We'll ask you guys the same questions we asked the teams earlier. Ano yung initial reaction nyo after
Hello?
being invited to CEL Campus Clash? We'll start with Mitsuki. So, any feelings lang? What do you guys feel coming into Campus Clash?
Excited po kasi return na po
Yun!
ulit, laro po ulit. Yan.
We all love playing Mobile Legends. I love waiting every night to just put on my phone, hit up the boys, and play some Mobile Legends. And finally, no, here we'll have Luzon going up against Visayas. How about you, Kudo? When you guys were told na you'd be going up against FEU, anong nararamdaman mo?
FIT.
Syempre excited din kami kasi makaka-scrim kami ng taga Luzon. Kasi known yung Luzon sa maraming malalakas.
Right.
Oh,
We
yeah,
have
that's
FIT here. Malakas na malakas po yung mga FIT. Now, to ask both of you, like, how long have you guys been in esports and how long have you been representing your schools? Kudo, Mitsuki.
Ano, since this year pa lang kami nag-participate sa CEL. First season pa lang namin yung
First
nag-participate kami.
season na champion na. Let's
Oh,
go.
yan na.
How long have
Nice.
you been in esports?
Medyo matagal-tagal na rin. Couple years.
Oh, that's true. That's crazy, you know? How about you, Mitsuki? How long have you been in esports, man?
Nag-ML na po ako before, like, nung grade 10 pa lang. Tapos, nung pumasok po ako sa university ko po ngayon, FEU Tech, last year po, sa po akong sumali sa team.
Oh, all right. So we'll have a lot of freshies here, no? Because earlier said the two people that we interviewed, a lot of them were freshies as well. Vey was also a freshie in his university, but still being able not to compete at this high level, no? So for FIT, how do you feel going up against local team from Visayas like UCLM? Even though they are local, they are our local champions. But considering your expertise and how well you guys have gone in a national level, do you guys think you have a advantage ba against our local teams? Honest opinion.
Pagdating naman po doon, tingin ko wala naman pong advantage kasi may kanya-kanya pong playstyle per team po, may kanya-kanyang meta, ganyan, strategies, and so on. Ganun. So, unpredictable po yung magiging laro namin mamaya.
Well
Let's
said,
see na
well
lang
said.
po.
Ikaw, Kudo,
Well said. And
may
do you
kaba ka
think-
bang nararamdaman?
Ano po yung questions? Ulit.
How do you guys feel going up against a national?
Yun nga, excited lang. Ganun lang talaga.
Wala bang kaba? Walang kaba, no?
Simple.
Di ka naman
Excited.
UCM. All right, so we'll wrap up this kamustahan session real quick. We'll give you guys each 30 seconds to give your shout outs, wishes to the audience. We'll start with 30 seconds for Mitsuki.
Shoutout po pala sa lahat yan na nanonood. Saka sa team ko, yan, Nexus. Shoutout sa inyo lahat.
Yan, alright. Now we have Kudo. Ikaw, 30 seconds para sa inyo. It looks like the rest of UCLM are there with you, no? Alright, any shoutouts?
Shoutout kay Kenneth Saldon and Cesar Sablin na nanonood ng live ngayon.
Shout out, singot sa down.
Shoutout Central, see you later. Shoutout Sir Paul.
Shout out
Alright,
Christian.
shoutout.
Pinakagwapo sa UC.
Alright. Thank you, Mitsuki. Thank you, Kudo, UCLM, and FIT about to go up against it. Thank you both for coming to CEL Campus Clash, and we'll see you guys in the game later on. All right. See you guys. All right, so
Alright,
I'm
now
super
we
excited.
know these dudes are gonna give us a show. Like
Yeah.
honestly,
They
like
seem like
the way they
good
get to,
people.
yeah, they
They're
seem
good
like
guys.
good people, and we know that they are gonna give us a show. UCLM champions, FIT, national renowned,
That's
accolade having Luzon team as well. Crazy good teams, and they'll give us a show later
Yeah.
as well.
So same feelings of excitement really coming out from both teams. When we asked them how they felt, they just said, "We're excited. We're excited. We're not worried. We're not anxious. We're not scared of anything. We just want to have a good time." That's really what I feel like is the essence of esports, not just Mobile Legends, just esports in general.
Yeah.
All right, so I really can't wait for both of these teams. I mean, we all know that UCLM is our Season 1 champion. You know, UCLM, then they did that in such a very convincing manner, fighting through the lower bracket to reach the finals, eventually beating undefeated USC in that grand finals.
Right.
Definitely is a story to tell. But FIT is no joke as well, wouldn't you think? I believe a lot of them, or even some of their notable players from the past, people like Nixie, were invited to the Akad Arena campus show, the campus show match, right? With team Omay Venus, and there even were comments coming from the saying that the players of FIT Tamaraws Esports Club are definitely no joke, national caliber players indeed, coming from FIT. So, we'd like to see how our local team, of course, matches up against a team of national caliber.
Exactly. Now let's pull up the teams here.
All right, so coming into this game, I'd like to see what kind of rotations UCLM decide to go for. Because if we talk about how they did during season one of CELMMPB, we could notice that they didn't really have their own stick to one rotation, right? What they did was they gathered up during team fights and responded to how the enemy was going. So even if USC at the time in the grand finals were one of the most um, rotation wise very good at objective priority, things like being able to take these lanes before what happens. UCLM are able to respond to that in real time with their own rotations and their own synergy as a team. So this is something that I'm really looking forward to, especially since earlier in our matchup DLSU wiped the floor with USC 2-0. So,
Yeah.
manalo kaya this time ang South against matatapang ng North, no?
Yeah, no, it's really exciting to see that because UCLM, aside from being consistently strong, their strategies might differ from time to time. And here they are: University of Cebu, Lapu-Lapu, and Mandaue. We have Kudo, Dwin, Aming on fire, Kuroki, and Kent above
Above.
all. These guys really showed up in the grand finals of the CEL Season 1 grand finals
Mhm.
finale.
Just reading their
Aming
names.
on fire.
Nostalgia.
It reminds you of the place,
Yeah.
the place
Just
that they've
nostalgia.
done.
Win.
The
The retri
win.
god
Oh,
win. Unbelievable.
Retri got
Uh,
win.
just did not miss a retri at all, I'd like to think, throughout that entire grand finals. So that's a feat that gave him the MVP, no, of CEL MLBB Season 1. So we'd like to see a lot of plays from Dwin as well, as the core jungler for UCLM. But of course, here you go, our Luzon invited teams, FIT, Tamaraw, Esports Club. We have Mitsuki, JC, Totoyoyo Tata, Nosti, and Super JM. Had to zoom in a bit for the middle name. But there you have it, Totoyoyo Tata. Unbelievable plays as well. I
Toyota.
believe I have seen a little bit of highlights coming from Mitsuki. The way he's just able to form and make space in the vast majority of the games that they have competed as a team, being able to create the space around the team clashes. I think he's more of a orchestrator, I'd like to say, in my observance of him. He's able to shape the battlefield into something that is a little bit more beneficial for his team. So once again, really exciting to see Luzon and Visayas fight head on head for a second time this day, right? So on this Saturday, once again, everybody, this is going to be the last series we'll have for today. So share the post, share the stream, tell your friends to come on watch. It's FIT, FUIT going up against UCLM or CEL Season 1 champions. We'd like to say the pride of Visayas right now, right? Pride of Cebu.
Wow,
We'd like to
yes,
say
of course, the
unbelievable.
CESAFI champions. Now,
Of course.
yeah,
So
please like and share again because we are all going up today. Wow, can't wait to
and
see
none
the
of this.
drafts coming on to these games. Like, I can't wait to see UCLM play their classics again up against
Oh,
a
for
new
real.
team this time. Oh, I don't I can't imagine what FIT's roster would look like uh in this fight. I
That's true.
have no
But
clue.
none of this would have ever been possible without our beloved
Our
sponsors, of
sponsors.
course. So number one, we have Virginia Foods Incorporated. Basta hot dog, what? What? What?
Virginia.
Of course, of course, of course. Who do we have next as well
The
on our
delay.
sponsor list?
We have CEA Cebu Esports Arena, and of course, we can't forget who?
Fervor Media, that is right.
Fervor
Shout out
Media.
to Wincaster
Go.
once again. So, Fervor Media, everybody, check out their Facebook page and hit them up for all your broadcasting and media
Fervor.
production needs today. Fervor, Fervor.
Fervor.
Oh, wait.
Fervor Media. Media.
Fervor Media, Media. Media. Tama. All right, so there you go. Cannot wait for the matchup we have coming into the series.
wait.
Again, earlier, Luzon was able to take it up against our Visayas team, unfortunately. Very convincing fashion. They did not go down without a fight, though. USC was very close in that second game to bring it towards the game 3. Unfortunately, DLSU brought it home. So we'll see how will the fates change coming into the second series. Will UCLM
we
bring it home? Oh,
Luzon
skills.
teams are a
Right.
different breed, Dumpster Fire. You gotta
For real,
realize they're a
for real.
different breed. They're a different beast. You know, they've
You
been.
can't really count
I,
out our
I, I,
people yet.
you know, when I ask how long have you been in esports, I would not be surprised if they said since I could walk.
Yeah.
These
So when I was
guys have
born,
been on
the
it.
beta came out.
Actually,
Like
actually, I was a beta tester inside my mom's
inside
belly.
the womb.
Like,
On a
inside the
Nokia,
womb.
on a Nokia.
I was already beta testing like hospital equipments, playing
Nah.
games on them.
Unbelievable. Like it's just the amount of skill. Like everyone plays Mobile Legends, right? Everyone. You see somebody with their phones horizontal, holding it like this. They're probably playing Mobile Legends. The reason these guys are the ones representing their regions, representing their universities, are because they are the best of the best of the best. Oko, wouldn't you agree?
Of the best. The delay. It's
Yeah, that's good.
anyways. Yeah, but yeah,
So like,
great fight
we can
again.
definitely
UCLM versus FIT. Can't wait to see it. What do you think UCLM is going to prioritize on their pick? Since we know them a little bit more, what do you think they are gonna pick?
Well, I do know that UCLM have a lovely a habit of trying to pick Kaja for sure. Kent above all. When I read his name, I just imagine a Kaja avatar here on the left somewhere because that's what he always picks, and for good reason too. He's really good at being able to pick off the vast majority of the enemy cores, enemy MMs, and it's just absolutely insane when you're able to get those pick-offs, especially in the late game, because the rest of UCLM have that synergy with him to be able to bring down whoever is on the receiving end of that divine judgment. It's absolutely insane. It's a joy to watch, and I'd love to see it again this time. But of course, time has passed since the season 1 grand finals. They probably have come up with better strategies. Like we
It
saw
has
earlier,
happened.
USC didn't
Yeah.
really pick any Ruby anymore. So,
That's
you
true.
know, UCLM definitely switched it up as well for the better, I'd like to say. We'll see what they decide to go for coming into this second series. We're definitely getting ready as well. Once again, for you all who are just watching the stream right now, earlier we had game 1, DLSU versus USC, a 2-0 victory in that best of 3 series for DLSU. USC, unfortunately, losing that matchup. And now we have the fresh start of our Luzon versus Visayas story. We have FIT now going up against our Season 1 CEL champions, UCLM. We'll see if Visayas is able, will be redeemed, will be avenged by UCLM coming into this game.
Right.
So,
And I just
do you
wanna.
think-
It's. Oh yeah. I
Go
just
on,
wanna
go on,
like
go on.
talk about like how this is like so nice. Like thank God for Fervor Media and Cebu Esports arena, because like this is like something that's
yeah.
like never happened before. You know, like
never.
just people coming together, different schools from different parts of a country. You know, just trying to play ML, really doing the best that they can. Like the best from the north, best from the south, best from all the regions is finally happening. Like we used to like do all this stuff in our like backyards, you know, in our
We did. Like just a bunch of my cousins.
Municipio.
Just a bunch of my cousins forming 5v5 teams during family gatherings. Like, if we can do that, we can definitely do that for like region versus region games, right? And there you go. Cebu Esports Arena, CEL, Fervor, and Virginia Foods Incorporated coming all together to help this event finally happening. To finally happen, and it's just a joy to see, and I'm so, it's such an honor to be in the middle of all of this.
Oh. I think I hear. Do you hear that? Do you hear that?
You hear that? You hear that, everybody?
Oh.
Ooh.
The chills.
Oh,
The
there you
chills.
go.
Oh,
There you
there
go.
you go.
Mhm.
Paramis ban,
All
Joy
right.
ban, and the
Novaria.
Novaria ban immediately.
All right. So
Wow.
FIT will ban out that Novaria. Arlot is still open. Gwyn can definitely go for ban onto that, but whoa, he decided to ban the glue instead. Interesting.
Okay. Interesting, because I think UCLM did pick glue in the grand finals of CEL, and they were very good at utilizing that glue, if I remember correctly.
Indeed, they really were. We know Aming on Fire was probably what turned the tides up against them, against USC during that grand
I
finals
will
with
choose my
his
own
glue.
path.
Oh, there you go. Aming will be able to lock in that Arlot, but Toto Yotata will have
The power
that
of
1-1
light
pick.
incarnate.
There you
Hey,
go.
I know. I'm pretty sure you could just say Toyota, man.
Now,
Yeah,
Toto
Toyota
Yotata.
got the 1-1.
Toto Yotata.
Among the
Toto
planes
Yotata.
Toyota.
exists the
Toto
equilibrium.
Toyota.
Yotata.
Again,
There
Kent
you
above
go.
all
Now,
with that little
what was I saying?
Birdman
What did I tell
issues.
you? What
Kent
did I
above
tell
all,
you?
the Birdman.
Kent above all, the Birdman. That's
The
who he is. That's who
Birdman.
he is now, Birdman.
Yeah,
There you
yeah.
go. So,
Birdman. We have a Yves and
unfortunately, there won't be
Fredrin.
no Chicken Joy because the Joy got banned. But we can look forward to UCLM taking a little bit more on the aggressive side in terms of a mage. The Eve is still open. I think they'll decide to go. All right, I guess they'll decide to lock in marksman right now. Would you recommend? What marksman do you think would be the best bet against the 1-1? Because we know that in terms of marksman, 1-1 is probably still as of the moment one of the hit wise more overpowered. I'd like to say, considering her second
Yeah.
ability is literally a purify from stuns and all other effects. And as an MM, that's literally your only enemy. And for you to be able to just purify yourself through that as soon as level 2 is something that no other MM, I'd like to say, has as of the moment. So there's gonna be a Franco
I think it
and Farsa
definitely
ban.
would be Leslie. I think a Leslie would be great. That repositioning power that Leslie has might do well with the 1-1 that's just constantly berating you.
Tamer
And having to go
I mean,
invisible
that
just
is
to
true.
reposition, they just lets off the ease of that barrage just a little bit. But who do you think?
Ooh. Well, I mean, going up against the 1-1, I usually just pick a Moskov. She moves around a bit, she's
Oh
gonna
yeah,
be behind the
that's
wall
true.
and just come us back. But you have to notice that this
When the body suffers,
overpowered.
spirit blooms.
In fact, her bird form actually is actually got nerfed a bit. The cooldown was increased. Her mobility as a
This
mage
time,
definitely isn't
the
as high
choice
as it
is
was
mine.
before,
Maybe,
but
yeah.
they decided to ban it. But if you remember, Farsa was actually one of UCLM's comfort picks. So for
That's true.
FIT
That's
to
true.
have
Very
done
good
that
pick for
research,
UCLM.
yeah, I think they did the research.
They must have studies.
Nag-restart.
They did their research.
Yeah. Instead of hindi nag-research.
Oh, look at this.
Alright, there you go. UCLM. We got a Ming.
Bro, I want a
that
model for
Raja,
these heroes.
Oh, that's wild. Do you think we can do that for casters? For Media? Do you think
Nah,
we can
I
like
could.
just put me, just put me on?
Nah.
Yeah, just like I just show up
Just
like
show me where the
record
green
myself.
screen is. Show me where the green screen is.
Yeah.
You know, like
I just like show up, you know, like anyway. That's not a possibility
Anyway.
we'll have.
all
there
right.
you go.
So what do you think is going to happen here? Oh no, we're already in the land of dawn here. Dumpster fire.
Yes, sir.
UCLM
Game one,
versus
everybody.
FIT. Tamaraws.
All right.
Esports. Game
Oh.
1. Wow, look at this
Yeah,
4-man on that blue buff.
That's
No
true.
time wasted.
That's brotherhood. That's brotherhood right there. That's like y'all homies. Are you a real homie if you don't
you
help
want the
your
blue? You
homie
want the
with
blue?
buff? That's right.
You want the
That's
blue?
right. That's right. You know who your real friends are. They help you with a blue
Now,
buff.
at this stage of the game, Dumpster Fire, what do you think FIT should focus on trying to get ahead of UCLM? What would be their
Well,
target?
I would say what they're already doing. They're trying to go for a little bit of engage. They're on to win, but that will be met by Aming. They're already level 2, and the power that an Arlot already has with that double second skill, I'd like to say, if he lands
True.
that passive proc plus that first skill stun, which also pops
The
it as
dash,
passive.
the life
Uh,
steal,
mhm.
really
So
insane coming from an Arlo.
that is going to be a kill going to this Arlo. Mitsuki will be the one to fall, even if he tried to help go up against Duin on that red buff. And Duin is actually doing a really, really good job here. He was invaded on that red buff, but now he's thriving like the king he is. There you go. Stun onto Kent
Like the
above all.
king he
Will
is.
not lead into anyone as of the moment. There is going to be an engage onto Kent, but not much.
Alright. Now we have seen. Now we see just Toyota just doing, MM things here with the Claude. There's not really
Yeah,
much
that's
else
right.
they can do. They're not really
You mean
being
you mean
targeted right now.
you
with
mean
their mistakes.
you mean Toyota?
Totoyota.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. No, I thought.
I'm sorry,
I
my
thought,
bad, my
I
bad,
thought you
my
talked
bad.
about something else because he's Toyota.
No,
I
that
don't
was the
know.
car. That was the car. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that was the
I
car.
meant the
Yeah,
player.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
who you
He
talk
could
about.
not. That name could not have come from a car. Like
There you go. Is there
that's
gonna be a jump in
you.
here? Jump in by JC on that Kufra. Will not connect onto anyone. No, he will be able to try and steal
that
it out.
zone.
Beautiful Kufra skin. And that is going to be the first turtle going to the side of FIT. 0-2 on the scoreboard right now with the University of Cebu Lapu-Lapu Mandaue leading around a 1K gold lead here. Very strong for our Visayas team. And it looks like they're all gathered out on this bottom lane. Toyota will fall down on that 1-1. There's going to be a charge up here by JC. Flicker in. Jump up onto. It's going to be an ultimate to catch onto 2 with a real world manipulation. Kuroki goes down. A kill in
That is
retaliation
unfortunate.
there by FIT Tamaraws Esports.
Right. Kuroki had to be the one to die there in order for FIT or the Tamaraws to get a little bit of space, to get a little bit of ease here. That Claude doesn't get farmed too much, because that's what they are truly lacking here. They need to try to be able to like just bully Kuroki out of his lane right now in order to create a little bit more space for Totoyatata.
Yeah, but then again, Totoyota. Anyway, Kuroki then, you have to talk about how Claude in the early game aren't exactly what you look for in terms of damage. They kind of just want to chill early game, want to get the items that they need so their Blazing Duet can do enough damage to shred an entire enemy team. Now, mage-wise, coming in from both of these teams, I'd like to say they're pretty much equal in amounts to being able to clear their lanes very quickly to help with rotations. Because if you look at the middle lane right now, there's going to be an insta-clear there by that Eve, and insta-clear as well by the Savior, and they're just up around on all the lanes, really. That's why the side lane people have to be really careful about where the mage has gone. See? Middle lane already cleared there. You can see Savior already just roaming with the rest of his team. Alright, engage there onto Mjago. Won't be a lot though. We all know how slippery Benedetta is. Alright, so there's gonna be engaged here. Ultimate, the Divine Judgment as well, already popped onto Mitsuki. That will be a dead Eve. Doesn't really have any other escape mechanism apart from the burst of movement speed when she lands her first skill, and the flicker that he already has in her battle spell. Charging JC, but there you go!
Oh my gosh,
The final snap from Aming, stopping that engagement. There will be no more charge there by JC. And Jago already in the middle of everything else. Ultimate pop by Dwin, and there you go. Dwin directly gods claims it. Kufra will stop the dashes. Ultimate will not connect onto this wall, however. There's gonna be a jump in by Dwin, chasing him. Jago, is there gonna be a kill? Oh, very low for everybody with the real manipulation, turns it around. Aming, 1 HP, jump by JC, misses. There will be a pop there by the tank emblem, and that will be Aming going down as well. 2 kills there, coming from both sides of the map.
Yeah, the trade coming out here is very, very good. Although UCLM is still on the top here with 2K gold lead.
That's
and the turtle buff to spare for that Ling. Very, very good position here coming from UCLM. What they need to do now is they need to be able to control the map as it is, because with this Ling having as much mobility as he does, they just have to try and control whatever they can, maybe starting with a few of those buffs to begin with, right?
That's right.
Although there are no buffs right now, they are rotating to the bottom, which makes top lane free right now for Ling. Now we have
Divine Judgment there.
Kaja is gonna pull Toyota.
That's right, he's already dropping really low, but Toyotata will be able to pop that ultimate onto Kent above all. It's not gonna be enough though. Real manipulation will bring down Kent. Dwin flying here in the mids. He's trying to look for Toyotata, but he's on the other side of the bush. Will not find him. Dwin decides to go for other people instead. Already pops it, and there he's gonna be an ultimate there that will save his life as well. Stop him from being able to stop the dashes coming in from JC on that Kufra. Very well played stop there by Dwin, but Toyotata just 3 steps ahead, or well, 2 bushes ahead, I'd like to say, and was able to stop that pickoff coming in from Dwin.
Alright, Dwin has been very consistent even since season 1 of CESAFI Esports League. So I don't doubt his position right now, being so controlling when it comes to team fight. And Dwin is gonna get another pickoff here. Comes Aming on fire. There we go, very connecting here. JC is gonna try and get back to that and try and revenge. But now Dwin is gonna pop that ult and easily escapes like that. Look at that mobility there. Crazy good mobility. Survives with 20% of HP and now is healing already in the mid. He wants to get that turtle, look at that. Dashing around, just slowly waiting patiently to get that retry steal again. Because as we all know, Dwin is a retry god, and here we're gonna see the
oh no!
Does not get the retry.
He left 1 HP on that retry, and that will be claimed by Mitsuki. FIT will take the turtle that time. There is gonna be a push here onto top lane instead by Dwin. He jinxed it.
I mean, I don't know. Like we were predicting it. I guess I did. I did.
Man. Anyway, here we go. Bachi trying to spot out this blue buff. Oh, Kuroki already has enough items to do the damage that he needs, I like to say. He is 0-2 as of the moment. Probably the most bullied member of UCLM right now, but we can see the dance now here in the middle lane. That Toyotata will throw out that first skill. It looks like they're looking to try and push
did steal
this
that
middle
blue
lane.
buff there.
I like to say
away from Ling.
Yeah, Dwin will not be able to have it. GC trying to charge. None as at the moment yet. Tries to scout out a little bit more information for the rest of his team. Alright.
This is a very
Divine Judgment is available, however. JC will be suppressed under tower. Tries to run away. He's still going through the tower side. Kuroki with the blazing duet will try to burst him down, and he goes down by Hyuga. With that Kamehameha on that savior. Oh, but Aming on the backline. They're gonna catch Toyotata. They're going for him. He pops the second skill. He's not the one, but it's gonna be an ultimate. And Aming goes down. That is gonna be a dead Arlo. There's gonna be a engage here from the Benedetta as well. And Jago will be able to back out there for the rest of his team. Tamaraws Esports getting the pickoffs that they need, slowly catching up. Now the kill lead is down to a 2-kill lead instead for UCLM, and in terms of gold, they're slowly catching up. They're on 1k gold lead now for the side of UCLM. Tamaraws Esports probably have gotten the read onto UCLM, and it goes down as to how UCLM can continue to play at an unpredictable level. The Lord is up. We'll see if any of these teams decide to contest it and go for an early Lord.
They're gonna try and steal the blue buff once again just to get that link off their hook, you know, because they don't want that link to.
That's true.
They don't want that link to. Did the link just steal it?
No,
did.
I don't think so.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think.
No, they both have blue. Okay, yeah, the link did steal it. My goodness.
Oh, he did.
Dwin again
but
with
that
red
but that's such a good bait though, because now they know that Dwin doesn't have a retry for this Lord. So UCLM are going to try and have to go for these heroes, and there you go. JC will be able to get 2 stuns with the final slash return there by Aming as well. Tempest Blades will be popped to try and escape, and Jago trying to chase down Kuroki, but Kuroki already doing enough damage, and Jago, oh my god, the Benedetta dashes are too much. He gets away. JC as well, Kent above all in the middle of everything will be taunted down by JC, getting really low, falls down. Aming in the middle of everything. He has so many dashes, but he has so much CC. The final slash is popped. Win goes back in to help his friend. He helps him with a blue buff. It's my turn to return the favor, and there you go. A double kill by Bachi, but it's also going to be a double kill by Hyuga. What a good
Oh my gosh.
I'd like to say.
What?
UCLM.
Arlo is broken, dude.
That's true.
Yeah,
UCLM still being able to recognize that they aren't really able to go for that Lord contest without Dwin's retry, so they decide to pull the first person they saw, Kent above all once again, with one of those primal Divine Judgments to pull off one of the craziest plays we'd like to see throughout this entire series so far. Pulls down Mitsuki, he gets bursted down. No more real world manipulation for FIT, and that's why that fight seemed, if not in favor of UCLM, probably even a little bit more equal, and it only became as fair as it was because of that early pick-off by Kent above all, once again. On that
Amazing
fragile.
clash coming from Aming on fire there. Aming really took the time to essentially buy a stall and try and let his own team reposition around the three heroes that are currently ganging up on him right now. This just making sure that he stays alive for them to reposition that fast, right? And they did turn the tide eventually. They did the trade. It was a fair trade, to be honest, 3-on-3. But the Lord does not go down to anyone at this moment, being Dwin
That's
and
true.
that Faramis and that Fredrin also down as well. Amazing
Alright,
plays. These
so
are
there is gonna
two
be
top level teams here.
Definitely. We definitely saw that. I mean, coming into that, Link's blue buff every time it spawns is something that's absolutely crazy for FIT. And UCLM have to try and respond to that. Because even if Dwin is a retry god enough to be able to steal out that blue buff, if they time it well with objectives like the Lord, they can have a really hard time to be able to do that.
That's
UCLM
true.
were really lucky that Kent above all was able to pick off Mitsuki before that Lord Clash fight, that Lord Clash started. Because if the Lord Clash was available with real world manipulation, things would have been a million times harder for UCLM.
That's
That
true.
was really good by
The
Kent
game
above
has
all to
started
try
here.
there you go. A
Right, the
return now.
Lord's being
The
tickled a little
return of
bit.
the mech.
We see the Tamaraws getting in position, trying to get this Arlo. Is he gonna go
Oh
down?
my
Setting on
damage.
fire, very low, still alive.
Ooh.
Ooh, not even a
Damage
dawning
coming
light
in,
to
like-
save that. My
Yeah,
goodness.
that's damage in by Totoyo Tata. And it looks like the Lord
Totoyo
really started here
Tata.
by Tamaraws Esports. UCLM right now trying to poke him out, trying to delay as much as possible, maybe try and stop it. JC jumps into Kuroki. He has no ultimate, however. We know that for a fact. He's gonna be a jump out there by Kuroki. Dwin already there. The Retri Gods? No, it's not, but she will be able to claim it. The Retri God will be stopped. Dwin dropping really low. There's to jump up in the top side. He's trying to escape and juggle with the chase. Blazing duet now for a little bit of retaliation from UCLM. Now FIT are still trying to go for a little bit of engage, but they will be immobilized. Unbelievable plays. So there is going to be a little bit of engagement still from UCLM. Their net worth lead is nowhere to be seen now as it converts to an FIT Tamaraws gold lead. The sixth member of FIT already going up to the top side. UCLM have to be really careful about how they decide to go for the laser. JC once again. Oh my god! The final splash
Oh
into
my
tower
God!
range. But they quickly go out as well. There is not going to be enough holdout. No immobilization coming from that savior to try and stop them under tower range. But what a final slash by Aming. Unbelievable. This guy just practicing. JC getting ready for the charge as well. Totoyo Tata will be caught out by Kent above all. And that is what I'm talking about, bro. With Kent above all, you have to look out for anything. This guy just shows up in the middle of the night and takes your hit. What? I mean, unbelievable plays here coming in from Kent.
Now Tamaraws are missing an ML. This gives an opportunity for UCLM to be a bit more aggressive with trying controlling their jungle. There's gonna be an engage here with the Fedrin getting blocked down. Oh, Dwin is getting targeted here by JC. Does not get caught though. Fortunately, they do back away and disengage fairly easily there. Not a lot they can do, especially that Toyota is not here.
That's true. I mean, while all of that was happening, was able to clear out the bottom side, and that is going to be the second tiered turret here for FIT on the bottom lane gone. So that gives UCLM a one turret advantage. Not much considering these two teams know what they're doing. Item wise, we can see that this Fredrin already is pretty tanky with literally around 5 items under his belt, right? He just needs the one more left. He just has a vitality crystal. Who knows? That could be his 6th item. But coming into this game, we still have to worry about whether or not Dwin is able to pull off these
blue again. They're gonna try and get this blue. Oh,
alright, a jump by JC. No one was in that boat, unfortunately.
Oh, final slash again! Right into the tower!
Oh, again, Machi will go down. The rest of FIT drop really low as well. The real manipulation already there. And that is going to be Dwin dropping low onto him. Jago will be able to escape. Yes, he will. Benedetta dashes are just too much. What a class DLC in Dako. Do you think they could go for the game here?
I believe so, but it is only 20 seconds left. They do have one minion, however. Well, I don't think it's gonna cut it though. That was an amazing play coming from Aming on Fire and Hyuga right there. That final slash forcing all these enemies to clump up together in one single file line to get away from that tower, and Hyuga directly punishes them with that dawning light, getting them to 1 HP, and then Dwayne just finishing them up one by one. This is gonna be a free lord coming from UCLM. Very clean lord there. They will have a chance to push once more in this mid lane. This Benedetta and Kaja have the responsibility. This Benedetta and Kufra have the responsibility right now to push those side lanes in order for them not get too pressured. But
that's true.
Is Dwayne going to try and push bottom lane then?
Looks like it. He is positioning himself there on the bottom side. The Lord will be trying to push down. They're trying to hold the waves in the middle side of FIT Tamaraws side of the map to try and control the creep flow and make them all come down at the same time. I feel like that's what Dwayne was just waiting for over there. It looks like, there you go. They're all going to start clearing the waves at the same time to make sure the flow goes at the same time. They want at least, right, to take this top and bottom turret. And there you go. Dwayne already there on the bot side. And Jago trying to go a little bit to try and help the clear. They're just focusing on the Lord right now, FIT. There is a little bit of danger now, however. Katapapal once again catches somebody. Will be able to pop, and however, real manipulation tries to push him back. Ken dropping really low. Kuroki uses the blazing duet right now to try and poke a little bit of damage onto the side of FIT. UCLM with the pokes on that savior. Oh, they've got what they came for. They already took all the turrets. It's going to be just the base left for FIT, and that is considered a win for UCLM. They decide to leave and wait for the next Lord or the next opportunity to go for a push.
Right. A 6k gold lead coming out from UCLM with a 6 kill lead as well. They are going to have to basically either just wait for the Lord or get a really good clash in order for them to finally push that to final tower. The creeps aren't on their side as of the moment though. It is in the middle lane, so they will have to be a little bit more patient than that. So they don't want to rush it, because even though they are in the upper hand right now, Tamaraws Esports is still a force to be reckoned with, especially with that JC stuns that are completely coming out of nowhere, always getting 2 or 3 heroes at the same time. Crazy
That's
good.
true.
They do not want to get
But
caught up in that.
we really can't rule out Kent above all. Like, I'm sorry to keep bringing this up, but this guy probably conceals and flickers and divine judgments people in his sleep. Like, I'm sure that's probably like that's probably like half of what his dreams are, just concealing, going in, holding the MM or the mage and pulling him back towards his team. Like, that's his happy dream right there. He's just smiling in his sleep doing that. I'm just sure of it. If you saw in the middle, he's not afraid to do it too. FIT was literally gathered up in a ball. You could barely see the individual models of each of their heroes because of how close they were. But still, UCLM's Kent above all just jumps in. Divine Judges. I'm not even sure if he's able to target. We'll be able to try and take that out. He's not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure if he even knows who he's going to be able to pull. He just knows it's just going to be one person left disabled for like a few seconds in the team fight, and that's really all UCLM needs. They're gonna start onto this Lord, however.
JC is gonna ult.
In there by
Does
JC.
not get anybody, unfortunately.
Alright,
this
so
this dawning light has been popping everywhere, just trying to get vision. Very good use of the dawning light.
Win here in the backside.
Another jump in. No.
Alright, so it looks like Dwayne decides to go for a recall. He knows
this is
that
definitely
blue
just a
buff is
waiting
coming
game
up.
here.
Yeah, I bet he's telling his team right now to just try and stall, guys. Wait for me to get this blue buff. I'll be way more useful in the clash with it. Probably try and take their red buff as well while I'm at it. Looks like by the map.
The 1-1 is gonna recall. They have a little bit more space to play with here.
Oh, I think I see what they're trying to do. They could definitely go
buffs.
for... Well, not just the buffs, but I think what they tried to do was UCLM's plan here was to try and not let FIT run back to their base when they go for the Lord fight, so Duin can try and end it all. And there you go, Duin
Right.
trying to go for engage onto this Benedetta, trying to make sure this Benny doesn't clear out the entire wave. He will drop a little bit low there. And they decide to go for disengage, both of them. But that is going to be a low HP Ling right now. And you don't really want a low HP Ling when you're going for a Lord contest. The rest of UCLM and FIT are really just playing with this Lord. Like none of them, I know like none of them really have a plan to try and take this Lord down under anybody's noses. They're just trying to poke it, see whoever goes in. There's going to be a concealed play there. Will be spotted out by Kuroki. Using that first skill, there's going to be a knock up from the Lord. Will not connect onto anybody. Duin
Ling
right
is
now
now
on
here.
the backside. He's able to go for Mitsuki. And
Gotta
there you
pop
go.
off.
The Divine Judgment already onto Mitsuki. Is there going to be an ultimate? But Winter Truncheon
Guarding
will
light.
stop him from being able to pop the real world manipulation. And Jago trying to run back now. Really low here is JC and Mitsuki. They have to get back. UCLM recognizes this as an opportunity for them to be able to try and claim this Lord. And they definitely try and go for it. And FIT looks like they're just going to have to give this Lord to UCLM. What an ultimate again by Kent above all. Literally catching that Mitsuki out of position. And I think that stopped the real world manipulation, or it just never really popped in the first place.
Yeah.
Because of how busy everything was as of the moment. And you know that before an Eve pops her real world manipulation, she has to get her passive stacks up, because that
That's
gives you
true.
more shield and more blasts coming into your real world.
It's so shocking to see how Duin could his mere presence in a fight literally scatters
That's right.
Tamaraws Esports right now. I wonder how they're going to defend this with this onslaught of barrage
Oh!
coming from. Oh,
And Jago!
Jago is going to get in. He's probably going to die. That's not going to be enough. They're out one man, and the Lord is still there fighting for their life. They are going to clear up the minions though and the Lord, so it seems a little bit safe right now for Tamaraws Esports. They're not trying to engage the heroes in what way right now, because it's not going to be beneficial for them without Jago. But the winner is going to go in and try and ult and try and pop that crystal. Does not go
Woo!
for it. Oh, okay.
Alright, that was
Trying to
really
pop
close,
the
but it
girl,
looks like
does
it's
not
clear
get
here.
it. JC jumps in. Oh, Kent above all trying to get a position here. See if he can grab. Oh, JC very
Yeah,
low
final
right now, and
flash there, already
guys
ready
right
for
there.
him.
There's 3 heroes coming from
Ooh.
Tamaraws Esports right now. Kuroki.
Blazing
What?
Duet already being popped as well, but the jump in there from Mumming will be able to clear everybody else. It looks like UCLM are trying to end it. Kuroki trying to stop everything
They
as
are.
well, and that is going to be game. Messiahs take it. The first game, UCLM will be able to
Victory!
take it ahead out of FIT during this first game. Once again, everybody, for you guys who are just tuning in, that was the first game of our second series of FIT going up against UCLM, and game 1 goes to UCLM.
was an
Messiahs
amazing
redeemed
game.
here for the first game. Will they be able to bring it up 2-0 in a sweep, or will they go towards a game with FIT mounting a comeback as we approach the second game? But we have to talk about who was one of the MVPs of that entire game. Kent above all, brother. Kent above all with his ultimate disabled, which is just absolutely insane. Timed with the synergy between him and Duin in terms of engagement. Because when you look at it, when Kent above all goes for the engage, Duin is not a millisecond behind. He's already up in there, in the enemy's face as well, ready to pop the Tempest of Blades if he gets bursted down. And that's when the rest of UCLM come in, guns blazing, pun intended, on that Claude. Absolutely insane plays here coming in from UCLM to take the victory up against FIT. What
That
do you
was
think?
amazing plays,
FIT
going
could
back
have
and forth, between those 2 teams, really showing that they do have that fight. What FIT could have done probably is, honestly, they could have secured a little bit more. They could have secured their control in their jungle a little bit more, because knowing Ling is going to steal no matter what. So having him or giving him the opportunity, however, whether it's the late game or whether it's the early game, especially in the late game, giving him the opportunity to steal your buffs like that is not going to be a good story for you or your team. And Dwin was it's not very hard for a Link to go all around the map, get buffs, and then go back to the team fight in an instant, right? So it's
true.
it's because that they can't control the Ling, they have to control the map themselves, so that Ling doesn't really need or can't really find a reason to go around and just waste his time going around empty jungles. But again, that's
Absolutely.
easier said than done. Tamaraws Esports doing the most with what they have, despite despite losing, still they really did put up a fight. Amazing,
That's true.
amazing plays coming from JC especially, and even
There's just so much hold here
yeah,
coming
right,
from the side
right.
of
JC,
UCLM with Aming, Hyuga on that immobilized, and the CC from the Arlo. Even the
oh,
Tempest Blade
Aming,
mini
bro.
knockup just serves so much. And it's just so much for Toto Yotata on that 1-1 to try and handle the range
Right,
that
right.
a 1-1 has. Even if she does that, like that untargetable ultimate, right? She still has to be able to pop those passive weakness points, and that's really hard given the lineup UCLM have under their belt. If she literally gets final slashed once by Amin, it could spell
It's
it could
over.
spell the end for her. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So there you go. MVP of the game will be Hyuga. 10.1 right now. One death on that savior. Crazy plays. And you as a savior, you as a mage, you don't really try to go for some flashy plays. So, I mean, it all goes down to how they're able to adjust coming into this second game. And that's definitely what we're going to try and look for as we move forward. So once again, everybody, that was game one. First game going to the side of UCLM. Visayas was already able to go ahead. So we'll take a few minutes to relax, just a few minute break. We'll get back to you guys in a few minutes. Once again, this was Thumbs to Fire. Here with me is
Oko, dear casters for the night. And we'll be right back after a really short break for game 2 of UCLM versus FIT Tamaraw Esports.
Five, four, three, two, one. Merry Christmas.
Bring back the magic this Christmas season with Virginia. Bring back the magic this Christmas season with Virginia.
So don't you ever think God gon' let me down. Woo! Swear right now I'm ready to fight. Everything, everything. Tell him I'm ready for anything. Everything, everything. I swear I'm ready for anything. Bring it on, it's not enough. Baby, I'm ready for everything. Everything, everything. Tell him I'm ready for anything.
Bring back the magic this Christmas season with Virginia. So don't you ever think God gon' let me down. Woo! Swear right now I'm ready to fight. Everything, everything. Tell him I'm ready for anything. Everything.
Yo, what is up? Welcome back once again, CEL fans. It is me, your boy, the trash you love and admire, Dumpster Fire here, and finally, gratefully, I'm so lucky to have this man right by my side. It's no other than
Dion, my boy, I'm here for this game number 2 of our FIT versus UCLM for our invitationals match. Now, Martin, tell me about that game number 1. I've seen how Kent Above All played from that time. So let's see. How
unbelievable.
is it going for this game number 2?
I mean, what can I say? Game 1, UCLM, the pride of Visayas right now, our CEL MLBB Season 1 champions, have not disappointed. Absolutely graceful play coming down there, even if their net worth lead was cut down a little bit towards that late game. Very dominant start and dominant early game. We love to see Dwin. We all know Dwin, our MVP in Season 1, just getting those red threes, Dwin the red three god, and with the rest of his team as well, just being able to synergize among each other. Can't above all, still on that Kaja, bro. Just reminds me of the grand finals we casted together. Unbelievable plays. But FIT as well did not go right. They were still pretty crazy in terms of their front to black play style, but we have to take into consideration the amount of damage that both teams were doing at the time. And Totoyo Tata, as good as he was on that 1-1, was just not dishing enough to be able to do enough. So here you go, UCLM once again. We know these people. We know Kudo, interviewed him earlier. We got Dwin, we got Aming on fire, we got Kuroki, and we got Kent, above all, the Kaja fisherman himself. There you go, the Birdman. So, I mean, in terms of UCLM, you know this team, that you know this team, Dion. Tell our viewers about how well they perform in the vast majority of that team. So, I mean, in terms of FIT as well, Tamaraws Esports Club, we know how well Mitsuki was able to play on that mage, on that Eve as well. His real-world manipulations were probably what were keeping it together for FIT as of the moment. He was doing absolutely insane. JC as well. Was also there in terms of being able to try and form the rest of his team. Totoyo Tata was pretty crazy as well on that 1-1. So it all goes down to what you know and love, rotation. You know, in our late night MLBB night.
Yes, sir. That's true. The shot calls and rotations is quite needed for a game indeed. And I've seen Totoyo Tata from that last game. That 1-1 was pretty impressive, but somehow not just Kent above all, but Aming on fire with that Arlo pushing that final slash on towards that towers, my guy. That was pretty strong move from that player. Aming on fire is literally on fire every game.
Yeah, they did it, and to do that twice in a competitive match against one of the greater teams in Luzon, right? In this Luzon versus Visayas matchup, as we'd like to emphasize here in the CEL Campus Clash, and for Visayas, our own region's team, to take it ahead out of that national competitive team in that first game was just a sight to behold. But of course, we can't count FIT out yet. These guys are absolutely insane. The Tamaraws Esports Club, one of the most notable esports organizations, university esports organizations in the Philippines. They definitely did not get that name for nothing. I'm sure they'll find out another strategy to try and pull up against UCLM coming into the second game.
Yes, sir. And we will want to see a greater battle in towards picking more heroes, because I've seen from that last fight, right, that Arlot versus, what was it again? Arlot versus, forgot the hero.
Arlot,
was it
was
Arlot versus
against, hold up, now you got me forgetting. I think he was just going up against, who was the fighter during the last game? Am I having deja vu? Am I having amnesia right now?
But anyway, let's talk about the 1-1 though. How do you think should FIT position around, knowing that Kent above all is always there, finding his way with all the initiations that he gets? What do you think should be the adjustments created right here for FIT, especially on towards their gold laner?
So the thing about Kent above all, right, is the way he shines out, especially in terms of being able to play that Kaja, is when he pops that conceal and goes for the flickers in. Because when you talk about positioning, you as an MM can easily see where the enemy heroes are, right? That's literally your one and only job. And in terms of being able to create that space as a 1-1, Totoyo Tata was pretty spot on it. It's the conceal that catches them off guard. Combining that conceal with the flicker is just too much. So I think the strategy then, if they allow UCLM to still pick this Kaja, is for FIT to try and pick a little bit of AoE poke to try and stop that conceal entirely. Could it be the first kill from a Claude, for instance, or literally any other AoE ability to just try and break the conceal before Kent is able to come in and do that divine judgment on one of the more core members of their team.
Yes, sir. That's indeed true. But I do want to see something though. Like I've seen a lot of teams battle out initiations or initiators with stun lockdowns with the best hero in the game, which is Diggy. But for FIT, do you think that Diggy, that anti-CC, would fit well in their draft or the way they play?
I mean, yeah, of course, the anti-CC is definitely something that you have to take into consideration. Crowd control is something that in the games like Mobile Legends, right, is definitely something that is a vital role. And there you go, Aming locked in already by Joy. Joy already locked in by Aming right there, and that's absolutely insane. And talking about CC, you definitely need CC, and there you go. JC locks in that Franco to try and possibly stop Aming from dashing through the snow. Everybody, there's gonna be an ultimate there. We have yet to see.
Your fun is all that matters.
They decide to lock
Kaja?
in that one.
Is it that Chicken Joy? Is it a
Will we
Chicken
see
Joy?
a Chicken Joy combo here? Forget above all. We saw this during the playoffs. Will there be another Chicken Joy combo? I mean, it is a 1-1. I think
difficult.
UCLM are very tempted to take this Kaja once again. If you want a sure lockdown onto an MMS. Ooh, never mind. Never mind. And it could be the
this is the
Diggy
thing you were talking about though.
Yeah.
Like the
It could be
AoE from the both of them.
Yeah, so we already have an Atlas locked in here. Absolutely insane. Can't wait to see the setups coming from that. We all know that JC has been very it could be consistent as well with in terms of hooks, but we'll have to look at it from a different angle because insofar as UCLM has picked their heroes, they have a lot of really movement-centered heroes. They have a Joy, they have a Ling, and honestly, an Atlas still is annoying in terms of movement with that second skill. So JC really has to land those hooks onto probably more prime targets, but it goes down to who these last two picks from UCLM will be.
Yes, sir. It's kind of interesting how they picked up a Yuzong right here. Like, this is a good battle, and you're going against a Joy. You have the spell vamp available whenever you go for a 1v1. But the problem now here is, once this Joy reaches down to level 4 or level 3, she gets down on towards a faster way of rotating around the map, right? Meanwhile, this Yuzong might just stay in the lane or would walk in a longer pace in comparison to this Joy. But if he has that Black Dragon form, then that would be a good sign to go inside the clash. But in terms of rotations, do you think this Joy has a better pace than this Yuzong?
Well, I mean, in terms of rotation, most definitely, yeah. You said it. The dashes that Joy have are just like incomparable to what other XP laners would like to have coming into this matchup. Because as far as Mjago is able to rotate, it's probably only when he's able to grab that dragon form to try and do a little bit more. But wow, Angela pick, Angela Mage. That's an Angela Mage. That is an Angela Mage. They already have Count Above All on that roam. So, I mean, I think they're just trying to boost up what Aming and Kuroki have to offer here, and even Duin. If you want a support or a mage that has absolute rotation, why stop at anywhere other than an Angela? Can just ultimate literally anybody who needs help. And that is going to be a Faramis locked in here by Bachi. Faramis core. We're gonna see that.
This is what I came for.
This
is what I came for.
Elegance and fight. Oh, the chill. That is amazing duet and Angela loading in. We got the Franco from UCLM as well. I think actually got switched from both sides here. Jumping in. This is actually the lineup for FIT. We got Martis as the last pick there. Very vital fan points in terms of rotation. Apart from the Joy going to the side of UCLM, who do you think has the advantage rotation-wise? Because it can't just be based upon that one singular character, right?
I mean, for the side of UCLM, they do have a Ling that can climb up walls. They have Aming as well, which has the crystals to rotate around faster, can't above all with the squid form. But somehow, in this early game progression, it's going down to the hands of UCLM. But on towards the mid game, they have a Black Dragon form, they have a 1-1 with a fast attack speed, and they have Bachi with this wild slashes from his side. They can rotate around faster. So might be in this early game, it's going to his side. But right now, speaking of his side, Aming on fire pops his vengeance already in, having a hard time as this Eve was there. This is the strat that we were talking about last night. Putting your mage on towards that XP lane to get level 2, and by the turtle comes around, is level 4 for everyone.
For level 4 for them, that's true. So there's going to be a quick level 2 strategy coming in from both teams. Their mages going up on that XP lane to try and get that XP, the XP cannon into the instant level 2. We'll see definitely these ultimates for both of them come up during this turtle fight. And honestly, in terms of ultimates, as much as a real world manipulation is very beneficial during that time, I'd like to say I'd really fear a first turtle fight with an Angela ultimate. That's something I'd be looking out for if I were FIT.
Yes, sir. Imagine having a Joy with the Angela bomb on your top. You have that armor, you have that added movement speed. So think about
Movement
Joy
speed,
being
right.
fast already, and having the armor, having the movement speed, and having the heals to actually just go in with the vengeance on your side. Anti-CC on your side is pretty much very strong. And speaking of strong, look at the back lanes. We have the claws already here. Will there be a decimation play? Win looking for a run right now, a 3v2 situation. But Joy in the back lane, we still have a jump in. Will there be any crystals left? But I think not. Will there be a hook? And it will not connect somehow. Disengagement for both sides.
Yep, that's right. Aming already breaching level 4 over here. We already have Hyuga as well, still level 3. Trying to get that level 4 really quick. Still staying here in the XP lane. We'll see if they try to get those ultimates right before the turtle buff. Hyuga is actually pretty low, but as long as he's able to get that level 4, he should be fine as long as he's able to cast that ultimate. There's going to be an engage here by Kent above all. Just tries to stun out JC. See if there's a little bit more engage here by FIT. And it looks like both teams are trying to chill out of it as of the moment.
Yes, sir. They might want to wait for a possible fatal links if you're the side, but here is the Black Dragon form already being committed with the love bomb, but no! Retribution goes out to the hands right here for the side of FIT, chasing down with the Black Dragon form, chasing down for one more, but 3-man fatal links, hitting up everyone. Will there be another Tempest of Place? But no, the real world manipulation is right there for the side of this Eve, and here it is, the Joy in the midst of everyone with that vengeance swap, takes down one, but a 1-for-2 exchange will be erupted from that at UCLM. They had a disadvantage, although they had a 3-man fatal links, but the damage output was just not enough for that side. Dumpster fire.
That's right, and now it looks like Aming trying to wait in this bush, try and go and engage here onto Mjago. Tries to get those seconds up, he has the ultimate ready to go, and he pops it, and that is going to be a dead Yuzong here, and making it a 2-2 in total on the scoreboard right now. Tamaraws Esports still leading by 300 gold, not a really significant amount. Goes to show how close these two teams are. They did, however, be able to claim that turtle, and that's going to be the reason why they have that network lead as of the moment.
There's a freeze JC on the back lane. Tempest of Blades, Fatal Links onto one. Lacking damage right now, but we can see the Bloody Hunt will be there to support us down this lane as he will go down for the count. So once again, 2 people for the side of UCLM. Once they form their rotations for the side of FIT, they look kind of unstoppable right now. It's been 2 clashes where they lost 2 people for the side of UCLM, but FIT Tamaraws, they're fighting pretty strong. Looking forward to at least find a best of 3 towards a game number 3. But the Blazing do it on the back lanes. We have here the claws. It was enough to take down Kuroki. So right now, Martin, what do you think? FIT, can they continue this aggressive playstyle?
I think they can, because that's the pride and joy of having a 1-1. But there you go, Aming on fire, trying to over-engage, pop dependence as well. We will be able to bring down Toyotata. The hook will not connect. Aming, however, in the middle of enemy territory, will be caught up by Mitsuki, and it looks like he's gonna have to go down here, or will he? He has the dashers ready to go. Is he able to bring down JC? So much damage. The real manipulation will be committed there by Mitsuki to bring him down, however.
That was kind of scary.
Well,
Mitsuki. Possible.
Angela ultimate ready to go as well. Is there gonna be enough? Alright, they bring down Mitsuki. And is he looking for more? No, just tries to claim those Tempest Blades as they try and prepare for this turtle fight beyond.
Oh, there it is. And the Bloody Hunt suppresses down on towards the win. As it's not done yet. The turtle now onto a low health, but Yuga will go down for the count of the back lane. We have here the Jumping Dragon takes down another one as a 3-4-0 exchange will erupt from that one. Aming on fire, and Kuroki wasn't able to actually come up in towards that clash, but if they were, Aming could have found a way for the back lanes, but right now chasing down for one more. Toyotata will be chased around right here with electrifying feet from Aming and Fire, but the hook will hit up onto Aming, and here it is. Will there be a decimation play? And the chase down is real. The decimation play hiding in the bush, and now with that slice, it takes him down finally, and will not commit for a fatal links right here, I think, because Kent above all is kind of alone. Pops in that flicker just to escape though. Do you think that was worth it to flicker out in that moment?
I'm not entirely sure, but the way it looks as it, UCLM need as much as they can to try and defend the turrets that they have, and FIT are able to spot those weaknesses. So I guess the flicker, I'd say, would be something I would have committed as well if I were UCLM. You have to take into consideration, though, the 3-0 exchange was not very good coming from the side of UCLM. They're looking to have a dominant early game here. With that Angela pick, but there's going to be a hook instantly there. Dwin will be gone as well. Fatal Link come onto JC, but he's going to be immobilized there under turret. Mitsuki, however, has the aggro, and they take that Dwin as well as Hyuga, and that is going to be 3 people dead for the side of UCLM. FIT just showing dominance, and now this Kuroki on this Claude will be chased down by Mjago. He doesn't have a lot of mana. Oh, he is able to jump out. That looks like he's going to be safe for now.
That was kind of scary when he ran out of mana and the dragon was chasing him. What do I do?
That was like that would have been, you know, things fully going wrong here for UCLM. But as of the moment, we know that UCLM are very good at being able to try and read the playstyle of their opponents. It all goes down to how well this Angela pick goes for them. Dwin right now being chased down, forces to jump away. That will be a significant use of his energy. Turtle already up as of the moment. We'll see if there's going to be engage coming in from any of these teams.
And right here, this is a turtle zone now being occupied for the side of FIT, and I think UCLM won't contest for this, considering that the XP advantage is just right there. And now, top side, they have killed down this pesky 1-1. Toyotata will go down for the count for the meantime, as Aming on Fire has been on the roll. 5-2-0 now, Martin.
That's true. I mean, you have to consider how well Aming has been playing up against the Toyotata, but now there's going to be engaged here onto Bachi. They're chilling a little bit. They want to contest for this blue buff. Fatal Links there. Cuts out to 2 until the Tempest of Blades instantly as well. The Blazing Duet to combo that up. Mjago will use that ultimate to try and retreat. Nobody down at the moment. JC already gone. Kuroki trying to chase down Mitsuki, but there's too much movement speed and they jump onto Mjago, but it's not going to be enough. Dwin will be able to escape. The Angela hovering, trying to see who he's able to use his ultimate on. He's gonna be Aming. Yes, it will be. There's gonna be engaged onto Aming. Real manipulation will hold him down. Plus the ultimate coming from Toyotata. Just so much damage, and Hyuga is there. Caught in the crossfire. Will not be able to run away. That will be 2 kills here on that 1-1. And that is going to be 7-15 on the scoreboard. And even if there's twice as many kills on the scoreboard, right? The gold lead is only around 1k here for FIT Tamaraws Esports. That's how well UCLM are playing despite the disadvantage of those early game mess-ups.
Yes, sir. Even right here, Dwin. Retribution play.
And Dwin takes that buff.
That's a very good steal, but right here, the body hunt will take his life after stealing that potential buff, but the Fatal Link sits down onto 1, but a free hit right here. The basic attack is doing quite well for the side of this Claude, but a book right there takes down 1, placing to the back lane. It's just not that enough right now. They take down 3 for the side of UCLM. They're chasing down for 1 more as Kuroki
Aming is running.
Not available for just that one. They needed 1 more, but look at the back lane. We still have Aming taking down another one. He's been on the roll. 7-3-0 for the side of Aming on fire right now. He really is on fire, as this defense might continue now, Martin, as Dwin is alive.
That's true. Aming, bro. Finessing Mjago over there. Again, that solo kill on the bottom side. I thought he was being chased. I thought he was in trouble. But it looks like Aming had other plans up his sleeve. Already with the Genius Wand right there. Was just, you know, able to do so much damage up against Mjago despite the items that he already has with that Dominance Ice and Hunter Strike. So, in terms of being able to try and take dominance over any of these teams, it all goes down to who really starts to engage. But in terms of lineup, FIT already have a counter-engaged lineup over here. They have the Mjago with that ultimate. Even if Kent above all, as we've seen earlier, catches a 3-man Fatal Links, the retaliation coming in from FIT is just so strong with that real-world manipulation as well.
Yes, sir. And now they really need to find a way where they pace in the game with Aming on fire in position, considering that for the most fights, Ming has been separated from them, and they need to find a way where they can fight in a 5v5 scenario, especially on towards this Lord fight that might erupt in a bit as the zone is now in position of the hands. But real world manipulation already committed right in the back lane. The vengeance pop already in, but here is Ming still alive, escapes somehow with a save of health right there. Somehow UCLM saved their offlaner, and now this could be a possible return on towards the pit as members for their side win on the back line, looking for a sight on towards that Lord, looking for the retribution play. The Atlas right here. This could be a possible fatal links inside the bush. Is 3 people. Will it be it? And in the back lane, we still have the blazing duet on towards the Claude, looking for that Eve right now. And a 3-man fatal links in the back lane to win, taking down one more. Eve is no longer part of it all, and we have the Franco in the back lane, and this dragon is just not wanting. I'm trying to escape my guy, but I'm chasing down from me, chasing down for one more. They take down 3 and a possible 4, as here is Bachi on the run, BMI on the back lane as he cannot take it anymore and will just focus on towards the objectives.
You guys absolutely insane on that Angela. The only reason Ming survived in that first place in the bush in the middle lane was because he was casted on with that ultimate coming in from that Angela, and throughout that entire team fight he was able to cast it once again onto Dwin. So like, if you have to take into consideration being able to pick off this Angela, it's absolutely impossible unless you were able to catch her before she pops her ultimate on anyone, and Yuga just does not let her his position be revealed up until that extent. He is able to hide in the backside until he waits for the ultimate, or when the ultimate's time to strike, and it doesn't matter where he is on the map. That's why you see him constantly chilling here in the middle lane, even if the rest of his team is in top, because he can just pop that ultimate and go wherever they are.
Yes, sir, that's indeed true. And the thing is, they got Yuga with the bombs right there, and the second thing is, we had Dwin on the back lane. He knew that the positioning of Mitsuki would be on the back lane, and because of that, he realized that position, he went to the back lines, killed down Mitsuki, and after that, everything just fell apart for their side. Will there be a fatal links? It's a question right now, as amidst everyone, they are all coming in with the Dragon, Black Dragon 4 coming in, and the electrifying beats on towards the hands of the Ming, looking forward for the possible entry right now. BMI, will it be there? Mukhang hindi, as everyone for the side of FIT, Tamaraws will be on his complete defense. As for UCLM, they will just back out right away, realizing that they still want this tower for FIT.
That's right, and now the gold lead finally returning here for the side of UCLM. That is going to be a 3k gold lead now, claimed under their belts despite the scoreboard difference. And this is something that you have to credit to UCLM's amount of rotation. How well they're able to take jungle priority and claim the net worth instead of being able to give it towards their enemy team is something that you have to credit them for. There you go, fatal links instantly onto outside of the base by JC. Real manipulation will be found to try and stop any engages, but that is going to be a dead Atlas there by Ket above all. The win, however, trying to go up against Toyota. Ming will everything. Will be able to pop the vengeance. He's dropping really low. Will he go down? Yes, he will, but not without taking JC's life. Shut down there by Bachi. And now it looks like the rest of UCLM will try and retreat. Claude knows better than to fight on already losing battle. Will decide to clear out the rest of his jungle instead.
It could have been good if they found someone else instead of just that Franco with the fatal links, but somehow they got a gap too much in towards having this delay of entrance coming up for the side of Kent above all. But the damage output that they needed right there was kind of low, considering that Kuroki was kind of far in that initiation. So I think there was a miscommunication for the teams right there. But right now, what do you think is the main priority of UCLM? Who should they find if they want to pursue a push in this bot or this crystal?
I think they have to bring down Mitsuki instantly. The real world manipulation just poses too big of a threat for them to try and leave open. As much as I want to say they have to bring down 1-1 or Bachi first, Bachi is just too tanky and 1-1 is just too mobile. I think Mitsuki is the key here with the amount of CC and damage he brings to the team fight. If they can just go for a team fight without that Eve, it could be wonders for UCLM right now.
Yes, sir. And now with this Luminous Lord available on hand, they do have another bomb right here for the side of this Angela. They will reset it for a bit. FIT will try to hold on towards the back lanes with the L push available on their side. And JC, will they find a potential hook to win? Will try to find a good segue before entering this Lord fight that they want to see. And right now, JC and the rest of the gang, FIT is just waiting, showing himself. Concealed play is now here. Kuroki will be flickered out BMI right away, but there's kind of a ball being caught right away. And here it is. Vengeance pop, reward manipulation in the back lane. Tries to escape, but no. Can't the ball tries to escape, and he does escape. But no, Aming will be the target. He goes down for the count, and this will be a position for FIT to actually take. Oh, we know Dwin, and he loves to segue. He loves to take a lot of towers, but right now Dwin is amidst 4 people. Tries to go in. Will there be a blazing Dwin on the back lane? But the hook will not connect right away. Bachi very low on health right here, but here's the bomb from the Angela, chasing down for everyone. Very low on health is the Lord, chasing down for one more. Dwin very low as well. Will he find the possible retribution on the play? Mukhang hindi. And there it is. No, Dwin goes down for the count. That could have been it for the side of UCLM, but FIT, they just had a lot more energy up their bag.
That's true. It could have been something there for Dwin. He was trying to chill around, trying to go for that retry steal. Was not able to do it, however, without getting bursted down by Toto Yutata, who was just throwing her poison darts around that riverside. She just kept auto-attacking. So every time Dwin would pass by, the auto-attacks would hit Dwin, and Dwin doesn't really have all that much physical resistance to try and tank through that damage. The damage coming from the 1-1 already at full item right now with that Radiant Armor Defense item, just to try and mitigate the amazing damage that Aming has coming into this team fight. He is going to pop that beats, however, rectifying beats coming onto that Lord to try and clear it down as soon as possible. Very good strategy for UCLM to try and deal with the Lord before it even comes up to your base. And now it's up to them to clear the Lord minions. Can't above all, they're disengaged from the rest of FIT.
GC needs to find the hook, needs to find that good bloody hunt on towards the side of Aming on fire, but here it is, a fatal links onto one, Petrify right away,
no.
but no, he gets safe, but Bachi is very low, being chased down by everyone. RFP will be there forever with the Blazing Duet as well, takes down one, but it's just a 1-for-1 exchange, but look at this one goes down to the hands of BMI. Dexter is just too strong, the monkey takes down this little cat, and here it is, Mjago and JC being chased around to win in the back lane, tries to go for the wall, but look at the positioning of Furoki, chasing down and kiting down this dragon, as here it is, 4-for-2 exchange. Dwin still alive. JC will be the next target, as I think this could be the game-ending scenario for UCLM, Martin.
Yes, it could. That's right. Dwin's ultimate still unavailable. Oh, recalls there by Dwin onto JC. You're trying to go for an end. JC trying to clear as much as he can. There's not really much he can do. 8 seconds now of the closest member, 1-1. But it looks like it's not going to be enough with the rest already going onto it. And that is going to be it, Dion. A 2-0 convincing sweep for this best of 3 series by UCLM Visayas, redeemed in this second series. Unbelievable. I didn't expect any less. I did not expect any less from our representatives, the champions of CELMLBB Season 1. What a game on our hands today.
That game 2 was really great. FIT, they battled very well. They almost won that time, but somehow Dwin and Kuroki, their positioning, their kiting was just everywhere around the map. And as we've seen, that is the type of play you want to see from our champions. And because of that, that's the reason why they are called our champions here in CESAFI Esports League.
That's true, and you can't really expect anything there. Local goes up against National, Visayas versus Luzon. You saw the results today, folks. Our first game, for those of you who weren't able to stay tuned, it is going to be saved here in the live on our CEL Facebook page. You can go back and watch that again. But DLSU went up against USC, and USC was swept clean in a 2-0 victory by the Luzon representatives. And here, in our second series, Visayas takes it back with a 2-0 win of our own. Our very own UCLM going up against the FEU Institute of Technology Tamaraws Esports Club. What a crazy matchup we have here indeed. CEL Campus Clash. This is what it's all about. Just people from different regions going up against each other in a friendly game of Mobile Legends esports, to say the least, of course. unbelievable
Mhm.
plays here. I'd just like to give a round of applause to both of our teams and all the participants coming into the CEL Campus Clash. Once again, this would not have been this wouldn't have been possible without our sponsors. We have Virginia Foods Incorporated, Cebu Esports Arena, and no other than Fervor Media, the people who are
Yes,
in charge
sir.
of all the assets, all the animations you guys saw earlier. So if you guys need any broadcasting and media production done, just hit up Fervor Media on Facebook.
Mhm. As you can see, even in our screens right now, like where can you find something like this? This is that great, my guy. Have you seen the hero transitions? You can see everywhere. This is the type
Everything.
of thing Fervor creates. It's top class.
Just
If
top
it's on the top on the market, if we think about it.
That's true. And there you have it. The game 2 review here. That is going to be an MVP on Aming. No less, of course. Aming, absolutely crazy and insane on that Joy. Just doing so much work for the rest of his team, being able to actually limit the amount of effectiveness by Toto Yotata right there. He just goes in, pops the Vengeance, is able to go up against Mitsuki as well, or the rest of their team. All he had to build at the early game as well was that Dominance Ice. Once he had that, when he pops the Vengeance, he doesn't go down without a fight. And that is a crazy play there coming from him. But of course, we can't count out the rest of UCLM right now. Kent above all, Hyuga, Kuroki, Dwin working as an absolute unit to take it over FIT in that second game and throughout this entire series. So,
Yes,
in
sir.
terms of being able to get these teams together, Dion, what do you think can be said for the future of national Mobile Legends? You know, with our universities going up against each other, are you excited to see more?
To think about it, having said that, UCLM is just a starting team, right? And this is FIT, and somehow they found a way to battle it all out in a very complex way where they won in towards a 2-0. But this is UCLM. This is just a starting team. And to think about it, there really is a bright future ahead of this champion team. Maybe one day we'll see them in MPL or any national type of league. And this is why we cater these types of tournaments or invitational plays to showcase everyone the type of gameplay and dreams of players have for MLBB or the type of esports that they want to be in.
That is true. The future of esports in the Philippines is bright indeed. You guys saw it here yourselves in the CEL Campus Class. Thank you guys for tuning in. Once again, it is your boy, the trash you love and admire, Dumpster Fire here. And with me today is none other than my homie,
Dion. Thank you for tuning in.
That's right.
It was a very good day. That was a very good match for the both of the series, and that's about it.
Straight up,
you guys.
Tomorrow,
Tomorrow.
yeah,
Thank
know
you.
we can't way up. Hustle from the bottom. Now look, we rich and famous. Way up, straight up. Yeah, you know these streets dangerous. Made it from the bottom. Now look, we rich and famous. Way up, straight up. Yeah, you know she like dangerous. Hustle from the bottom. Now look, we rich and famous. Way up, yeah, can't nobody save us. Way up, way up. Hustle from the bottom. Way up, save us. Way up, 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 way up. Straight up, yeah, you know we can't way up. Hustle from the bottom, now look, we rich and famous. Way up, straight up, yeah, you know these streets dangerous. Made it from the bottom, now look, we rich and famous. Way up, straight up, yeah, you know she life dangerous. Hustle from the bottom, now look, we rich and famous. Way up, yeah, can't nobody save us. Way up, way up. Wait, put it on way up. 'Cause you know I hustle, I came from the bottom, I'm way up. Yeah, you done it so many times, now you know we way up. Making a move, this is the life that I chose. What I
the magic this Christmas season with Virginia.